Welcome, come one, come all to the player stage here at Insomnia. We've already crowned some hometown heroes with the Belong Arena Clash finals for the first 2 days. We're going to finish it off with some BYOC UK Masters champions. We've got a plethora of games over the next 2 days. We're going to kick things off this evening with Rocket League. We've got, of course, got 2 teams going to be competing for a £4,000 prize pool. To your left, you have Cantankerous, the defending insomnia63 champions. Make some noise for them, come on! And over to my right, the team that has managed to beat them and also lose to them in the tournament so far. It's really confusing, but don't worry, casters will take care of that. DEFY come in to challenge them as the upper bracket finalist. Make some noise for DEFY! They've both guaranteed themselves £1,500 just for making it to this stage. The finalist will take home £2,000. It's only a £500 difference in that one. But the pride of becoming the victor on this stage means more than that to them. Before we get into the action, we're going to let the players finish setting up. We're going to get a little bit of preamble from your 2 casters, Stumpy and Cole.
Thank you so much, Trid. The end of Rocket League at I-63 is upon us. Ladies and gentlemen, those in the crowd, those watching along at home, this is going to be a Rocket League curtain closer.
My name is Alex Stumpy Knight.
My name is Emil Cole.
Bad. Double name. Why have you done that?
Very harsh.
Very silly. We have got Cantankerous versus DEFY Gaming up here today. You heard from Trid on the stage. Only a £500 difference between the 2 teams, depending on the prize that they all take home. But it's the pride. It's the pride of these guys.
It is the pride, and also 500 quid is nothing to sniff at, do you know what I mean? An extra bit between, you and your teammates. You're laughing there. You're very happy if you win this. Now, these 2 teams, DEFY and Cantankerous, they've played each other, as Trid mentioned, twice in this tournament so far. Can you talk us through those games and how they went?
Yeah, so we've already seen them face each other in the 3rd round of our games yesterday. It was a 3-0 to Cantankerous. It was a bit of a strange game.
Yes.
It didn't feel like we'd seen DEFY Gaming wake up fully. In the upper bracket final, however, DEFY Gaming came back and they ended up winning 3-1. They really showed what they're capable of. So now they are drawn on series.
Yeah, that guy in the middle there, Kieran, had what must be the series of his lifetime, supported by Duck on your right and Cheeky Lad on your left. They were all fantastic, but Kieran stood out the most, in my opinion. The question is, are these guys able to deal with the pressure of being on that stage? Because I was talking to Cheeky earlier when we were looking at the stage for the first time. We went to scout it out and have a little look at it, and he said, that's a big stage, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a big stage.
It is. It's a big old stage back there. I mean, we've seen on the side of Cantankerous, Distan and Sebadam. They are joined by Crow, and that is his debut. This is his LAN debut, and this is where he's ended up. I don't quite understand how he's done this well. He's a very good player, obviously.
Yeah.
But he's joined along by, like I said, Distan and Sebadam, and both of them, they've got LAN experience. We've seen Sebadam at the Gfinity Elite Series.
Every week.
Yeah, we've seen Distan. He is not only is he the defending champion of I-62, hoping to take it away with him again, he has also won Epic LAN, and he's also been a big winner at DreamHack.
Yeah, DreamHack Leipzig. Distan became sort of very well known in the Rocket League community, taking down Envy when they were pretty much at the top of their game. They were a very renowned team. They still are, but at that point they were in fine form. And Distan, along with London Esports, took them down out of nowhere, and everyone was like, who's this guy?
They were
stuck around since then. Yeah.
Certainly the underdogs going into that game. And now, I think most people, if you ask them, who know sort of about this scene at the moment at Insomnia, they would say still, Cantankerous are our favourites to win. It's going to be interesting to see how he does when he is the favourite. DEFY Gaming, though, underdogs.
Absolutely. Well,
we love an underdog. As British people, we love an underdog.
But you say they're underdogs, but actually DEFY Gaming come into this with Cantankerous needing a bracket reset to take the victory. DEFY Gaming lowered them to the lower bracket. We're about to get started. Cantankerous are going to need to beat DEFY Gaming in 2 series in a row to take it. How is this going to start, and who's going to end up dealing with the pressure better?
Kern going round on his back wall as there's a big offensive forming straight away by Cantankerous. A shot just over the crossbar. Kern to Duck, sending that far. No orange players back, but Sebadam will need to be clearing up. We said before, Kern is such an offensive character. If he can keep that up today on this final set of games, then they have got such a good shot at this.
Yeah, so DEFY Gaming, the very first game of the tournament, we saw DEFY against Cantankerous, and DEFY, which is a little bit passive in game number 1, and Cantankerous are so good that as soon as you're passive against them, they're just going to pass the ball around you, force goals. You cannot let this happen against this incredibly talented squad.
Distan going for the classic passing plays we've seen from these guys previously, sending it on target, but Cheekland will be getting the save over 1. Can't get it past 2, however, as Doug carries on towards the back, cleaning up as best he can. We've seen the roles of this team, so Kieran tends to be the aggressive character of these guys. Cheeky Lad sending it central as best he can. Distan, though, on the other side, he's going to be the person to be taking the first goal in this series. Yeah, Kieran did what he could, but that touch onto the side from Crow bounced out into the middle rather than rolling along the back wall like Kieran expected, and that's where the finish came from. 1-0 to Cantankerous. There's a lot of Rocket League they're going to have to force if they're going to take this title, but that's a great start for them. So just to explain the bracket reset real quick, because we have seen DEFY Gaming knock Cantankerous down to the lower brackets on our final games that we had earlier today, it means that basically they've still got 2 lives left. So because DEFY took away 1 from Cantankerous, they need to take out DEFY twice. So 2 best-of-7s are in order should Cantankerous want to be taking the trophy home today. So DEFY, in theory, the favourites, but on paper it's Cantankerous, and it's Cantankerous that have the lead. Sebadam going up against that backboard. Distan goes high, Cheeky Lad goes higher and blocks him off. Ball's going to fall into the centre. Crow misses it. Is it a chance for a counter-attack? The first time, maybe. But DEFY Gaming to draw blood. We need a slightly better flick than that, a little bit more boost. Cheeky Lad and Duck underneath the ball. DEFY just desperate to clear this ball away. On Champions Field, such a beautiful map. All the finals of all the tournaments played on this map. Just so much history to it, Stumpy, and we're watching history here. Yeah, Kieran there, maybe having a little bit of land nerves. Just scuffed up a shot a little bit. Hopefully that won't happen too often. Cheeky Lad sending the ball bottom left. The keeper can do nothing about that as he wrong wheels him. I'll be honest, I was screaming internally at Cheeky Lad to pass because I think he had Kieran to his right. But he made the right decision. He saw that he could wrong wheel his opponent, as you say. His opponent was driving forward. He had to quickly slam on the brakes in reverse. Didn't have time to, and we're tied up in game number 1. 1-1 now, just over half of the game is remaining. Kieran sending it down towards the orange half. Received by Distan. Back over the top, he moves into Karen, going for a solo play here on the backboard. Sebadam is up. Unfortunately, he can't get on the end of it. Did not read it as well as he would want to. Duck pushing right, getting that right boost as well. Crow up now, his LAN debut, like we were saying, and he has done so well to get here. Yeah, he has. He wants to be known as a real competitive Rocket Leaguer. Not a memer on Twitter, and his teammate Distan has just scored that. I think he set himself up from the wall. Yeah, he put it against the wall again. The ball bouncing wide. Cheeky Lad stuck underneath the ball at no sort of angle to make that save. And Distan restores Cantankerous' lead. That's a very nice amount of power there as well coming off that. Great read, up nice and early. Cheeky Lad expecting maybe just a little bit longer to get up and get in the way. Not quite. That was not what he was given in the end. Not at all, not at all. We go again though. 2 minutes remain for DEFY Gaming to once more equalise against this Cantankerous squad. They'll be very confident. Up on the stage they are, and that is nerve-wracking. But these are 3 guys that have just seemed confident from beginning to end. They lost that first series we mentioned against Cantankerous, and they just said, you know what, we did wrong. We were passive at the start. We got better in each and every game. They have to just keep that mentality. They're a very realistic side. They know what they do wrong. They know they're not perfect, even though they did end up going 22 games without losing throughout this series. Yeah, Cantankerous. And they're going 22 games throughout this tournament without losing until DEFY Gaming gave them 3 losses. Here's Distan into the corner, bouncing the ball long again, but a pinch could work out awkwardly for Crow, or Crew as he's changed his name to, for Crew. Hopefully that won't rhyme with boo later on. There's Distan on that sidewall. Ball goes high. Chance of a shot for Duck. It's gone a little bit high again. Cheeky Lad decides against going for the ball. Just shadowing his opponents. Then a demo comes in actually on Distan, from Distan on Duck. I thought it was the other way around. Bit of aeriality from Crew or Crow. Let's stick with Crow. I'm going to ignore that it's Crew now because he's really literally always been Crow. Yeah, exactly. Crowtini. I'm going to go full name. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, big time, big time. Kieran off the backboard here, 45 seconds remain. We're going to need to see a goal card from DEFY Gaming should they want to be taking game number 1 back home with them. Centered now. Cheeky Lad, nice and high. Duck can get on it, but a Sebadam miss.
Good demo. Who's arriving? There's a great demo there from Kieran on the keeper, but somebody else from Cantankerous was there to cover. Kieran again doing good work on the backboard, but it's saved. A little bit of defending for Cantankerous to do. Can they hold for the last 15 seconds? A chance for the fight is going to happen. Sebadam missing off the backboard. Kieran high. So, you know, that touch into the centre, need to find their teammate. This could be the moment. Duck goes high, and Duck equalised in game number 1. 2-2 with 8 seconds left.
That is the one that DEFY needed. Maybe a little bit later than they wanted, but now we have 8 seconds remaining in game number 1. Who will emerge victorious? If we hit 0 seconds and the ball touches the floor, we will be going to overtime. Golden goal territory.
How important is this next goal going to be over the course of this entire tournament? So much Rocket League ahead of us. Our Cantankerous will get the best possible start. Not quite. Sebadam tried to lower the ball by hitting it with his wheels. Forcible downwards instead of upward, but he just got it wide. And we're going into OT in game number 1.
Distan going for his favourite shots off this side/back wall. Fortunately, pinches out, goes towards Duck, who is typically the glue of this team. He'll be sitting back, making sure that if there is a Cheeky Lad and Kieran overcommit, it doesn't become too disastrous. That's 1, that's 2, but not a finish. It goes far. Cheeky Lad now just needs to get that on target. Then to the other side. Just goes wide of the goal, though. Sebadam able to recover.
It was a really, really tough finish for Cheeky Lad. The ball going over his car. He had to try and doink it into the centre. Couldn't quite get the accuracy, but that was by no means an easy finish.
Following on this right wing now, Cheeky Lad and Duck managing to take 2 players out of the game, but does some of the very quick recovery. Kieran, nice pinch central. Cheer player up, it is Duck. Shot now, opportunity for Cantankerous. Saved off the line by Kieran.
A great save. He just waited for the shot to come in. Showed so much composure and patience. And then when the time happened, he just swatted it away. But still danger. DEFY Gaming starting to be on the defence more and more. Cheeky Lad somehow gets a read off the backboard. 1 minute 10 gone in this OT. DEFY Gaming live on in game number 1.
1 minute 15 seconds have surpassed us. We've not had a goal for about 1 minute 30 now. Distan trying to change that, but Cheeky Lad has other ideas. Sent long, but nobody on it. We've seen so many linking plays between Cheeky Lad and Kieran throughout the day. They are the magic secret ingredient to their wins. One problem I've got with DEFY Gaming at the moment is when these shots are coming in, we're seeing 2 players go for the ball all too often. That's wasting boost and pulling a player out of position, and that's how Cantankerous is going to drag them out of play and eventually get that finish. Central, Kieran beats out 2 players now. Big offensive could lead to a goal for DEFY Gaming. Sends it fast, Duck tipped over the crossbar very nicely. Sebadam following up on the right. High above, Kieran can't quite get to it, nearly on target. Duck, though, being the saviour of the second. Sent far once again by these 2 teams, trying not to lose this first game, because that could really be the... That could knock the confidence out of you. It could do. If you're DEFY, you have to make sure that doesn't happen. All 3 of them are in the goal again. It's happening more and more from Cantankerous as these passing plays emerge. Big solid clearances as well. DEFY Gaming have to keep their distance from each other, keep their space, because Cantankerous will leave gaps in defence, and that's what we have now. Duck takes a opportunity. Duck gets the finish, and DEFY Gaming are now 3 games away from coming first in I-63. These guys just need to win a single best of 7, although obviously it sounds easy when you put it like that. Just win 4 games. Just win, lol. Yeah. Surely. DEFY Gaming taking game number 1. You see Cheeky Lad after the game as well. He shouted, yeah, come on. Yeah. These guys really do shout so much. I mean, Crotini as well. He's known to shout. He shouts, Vamos! It's come on in Spanish. We googled it earlier when we were interviewing him, yeah. Yeah, he did tell us earlier we're not that good at things. Yeah, true. It really does get your team going. If you can be shouting and screaming and really inspiring confidence, as soon as a good thing happens, it gets you all on the same path, all on the same mindset, that wavelength, you can hopefully ride it to victory. Cantankerous, they looked so solid at times. They just lost out on that second goal, the equalising goal with 8 seconds left. And all credit to DEFY Gaming. They never gave up. I thought they were going to lose when all 3 of them were in the goal. There were about 5 occasions where Cantankerous were passing the ball all around them, just peppering their goal, really. And all 3 of them they were just stuck there. Yeah. Somehow they couldn't score. I mean, Kieran, he was up so quickly. We've been saying throughout the day, throughout the 2 days that we have seen these guys, he has been everywhere. He's so good at defense. He really is very strong in offense. Midfield, he sort of leaves a bit more to Cheeky. He does allow himself to be in positions to be passed to, which, even if he's not necessarily hitting the ball, he is the player who will be there to receive.
One thing I've really liked from DEFY Gaming as well, there were a couple of occasions where I was begging for a pass.
Yeah.
They just took the snapshot. They played the simple thing. They did the simple thing, less pressure on them, ball goes in the goal, and they actually get a couple of goals from it.
Talking of goals, hopefully we see a load more in these games. Game number 2, DEFY Gaming, only 3 games off winning I-63, and they really want this. They're going to want to take it away from Distan, the current defending champion.
Here's Crow on that sidewall. Forced to a 50-50 by Kieran, but Distan's up nice and early for it. Punts it into the centre. Duck's waiting. He's looked so solid so far, Duck. We said he was their solid man, and he's showing exactly that so far.
Crow sending it across. Sebadam not necessarily expecting it, but taking the right boost, making sure that any boost that is being taken is under their control. Crow sending it on target. Kieran once again with just a wonderful save.
So many saves coming in from DEFY Gaming. Cantankerous must have thought they'd scored about 8 more times than they actually have. And then down the other end, DEFY look pretty solid when they're in the attack. Here's Kieran, but looking for that double touch of the sideboard. Didn't quite get it, but it's going to fall to Cheeky Lad in the end. He puts it high. Sebadam is going to win this race, though, finding Distan. Unless Duck closes him down. That's the sort of work Duck's doing so well. Cheeky Lad up on his backboard, nice and easy. Slightly dodgy touch from Kieran. The shot's going to come in. Kieran's left all alone in goal. That should be a goal. It made its way through in the end. A slightly nervy finish from Distan of all people, but it is 1-0 Cantankerous.
Very light touch central, which you're going to want to avoid. Kieran's thinking it was going to go more to the right. Distan sort of not necessarily faking it out, but looking that way and thinking, okay, I'm going to send it here. It sends it a bit more central, whether that was deliberate or not. Kieran getting a touch, just unfortunately not enough. But Cantankerous want a goal up now, and that could be the confidence inspirer.
Well, I believe they had the lead in that first game. Or did they? I don't know, I'm not going to trust my memory. Maybe they didn't. Anyway, 1-0 to Cantankerous. Can they build on that is the question this time as Crow puts that into the centre. Sebadam puts it wide. Kieran's underneath it. Crow just attacking him so quickly with the 50-50. It's going to be Duck that gets the ball away. You see how far DEFY Gaming have 2 men sitting back. They're not looking to commit men forward. I'm worried if that may backfire, if it's a little bit too passive. It could be that they're getting boost-starved and feel they're unable to move up. But over time, you're going to have to get at least 2 men committed to the attack, maybe even 3 against a defence as good as Cantankerous's.
Shot coming out from Cheeky. Distan on the line, they're managing to save it. Sebadam meaning to get across as quick as he can. Does so very thankfully now. Onto the blue half. Cheeky back with a lot of boost, pinches it nice and wide. Gets caught, corner, but Crow can't quite sink that, much to the orange team's demise. Talking of Crow, though, he's mainly known, he's not known as being a pro in the Rocket League community.
Go on.
He's mainly known as being sort of, he likes to stir a little bit of drama on Twitter every now and then.
Okay.
And he likes to make diss tracks about pro players. We've not had one yet, which I find an insult.
If he loses this, will he have to write one about himself?
I hope so. Sebadam, though, will not be receiving any amount of diss from his own team, as he is going to make them go up 2-0, just over half the game gone.
The timing of the dodge there from Sebadam just forced any chance of a 50-50 all in his direction. The ball goes home. Cantankerous have daylight for the first time in this series. And now the pressure swings onto DEFY Gaming. Are they capable of coming up from a couple of goals behind? Distan's going for the flip reset. Can he get it? Not quite. Everybody watching this who knows their Rocket League knows what he was trying there, to land with all 4 tyres from the ball, be able to reset his dodge, put it home. Almost a great passing play again. Cantankerous are growing in confidence, and this is dangerous territory for DEFY. But what they can't do is overcommit, and they've done exactly that, and Kieran should score. He does, just into the corner. DEFY Gaming look like they were out, but they're back in.
Nearly went a little bit too far, dribbles it really nice around Sebadam there. Being followed by Cheeky Lad, making sure to secure it with the demo. Kieran sneaking that bottom left. 2 minutes now to get 1 more goal back, hoping to give them another stepping stone on their journey to the grand prize.
That was a really, really interesting time for a DEFY Gaming goal, because you could just tell with the flip reset attempt, with all the sort of tricks they were starting to try, Cantankerous were just growing in confidence. DEFY come down on the other end and get their first goal, and then all that confidence is taken from them, and it's 2 each.
2 each now, so quick in succession. Straight across goal as well. You might expect people to be able to save that as it comes across, but it's so fast. You don't know the angle that is going to be there out when it will intersect with your path. 2-2 now, and from having daylight, like you said, Cole, They have had the cellar door shut over them.
This is dangerous though for DEFY Gaming. Cantankerous as Sebadam goes high. Falls to Crow. In the air, the only one there is Kieran. He just puts it onto the far corner. Not too much pressure for either team at the moment. Not really any territory or possession. That's what I'm looking for. Not too much possession for either team, but Sebadam changes that of an air dribble all the way down. You like territory?
I like territory.
Territory then. I take pressure away.
Good man.
Sorry, mate.
That's all right. Duck nearly getting the clear out there. Maybe just run out a little bit of boost. Kieran taking over as Cheeky, inevitably called that he was going to be low as well. These guys have got really good communication. We were talking to Cheeky Lad earlier when we interviewed him. They're good at pass plays, as are Cantankerous, as they attempt one more, trying to sink one more in if they can, as the 1 minute mark approaches. Will we have another overtime, or will Sebadam be able to sink that? Wide pass, 1-2. Brutini is on the receiving end. 1 goal clear now.
I'm watching this, trying to find out if this is what Sebadam meant. Yes, he did, because he backflipped. He meant exactly that, to put the ball just a few feet to his right, up ahead of him.
Do you think Crow called it, and maybe that was Seb's attempt at trying to get away from it?
Might have been some luck there, but he certainly wasn't trying to shoot. It was certainly an attempt at a pass or a pull out in some way.
Yeah. Crow was meant to have that shot, and it worked out for them. 40 seconds remain. DEFY Gaming are on the back foot once again.
Yeah, DEFY Gaming were here in game number 1. They equalise with only 7 seconds left, but they've just made their job doubly as hard of a miss off the ceiling from Kieran. Sebadam says thank you very much after Duck's backwards hit. Yeah, you can't hit those backwards. It never works out well for your team. And Seb will take that.
Those hits are colloquially known as banned touches. You don't want to be on the team that sends that back. You don't want to be the guy that sends that back, because that's what the other team want to be doing. Sebadam trying to touch it into the net. Can't quite. 30 seconds now for 2 goals. This is where the possible starts to become impossible. Duck centering when nobody there to follow up. Sebadam just trying to maintain that possession. Round Cheeky Lad. This will be another one for the side of Cantankerous. 5-2 now. This game started to run away from DEFY Gaming, and Cantankerous have earned this.
Oh yeah, completely so. I mean, they've pulled away with game number 2. DEFY Gaming have pretty much given up on this one now. There's no chance of coming back with 16 seconds left. The reason the goals have tumbled down after they went 3-2 behind was that they've started chasing the game. They had not very much time left. They had to throw themselves at shots they wouldn't take otherwise.
Yeah.
They'd triple commit where otherwise they wouldn't. And that's why you see a few goals coming in at once. But all that it's resulted in is Cantankerous are going to win game number 2.
Game number 2 going to Cantankerous, like you say. 1-1 now in the series. You see Crotini there sitting in the middle. He's the loud one. He's the loud guy of the team. He screams, he shouts, he lets you know that he is there, and he means business.
And I feel like his consistency is important for his team. You know, the fact that whether they're losing, whether they're winning, he was telling us earlier when we interviewed him that every single goal, he has that same response, okay?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if they're having a good game, having a bad game, he brings that consistency. Let's watch this back on the backboard. Distan does get the shot away. Kieran maybe should have saved that, but I think, as you said, Stumpy, Kieran expected the shot to be better.
Yeah, potentially. That 50-50 going so nicely in the way of Sebadam, just squeezing it over the top of the defender. He's been really, really good with his plays recently. He's making sure that whenever he does get in the way, he is getting the ball to go in his favour. There's a famed player in Rocket League called Fireburner. Those 50-50s are known as a Fireburner 50-50 because of just how effective he is. They just always seem to go in his favour. He almost makes them 80-20s.
It's the consistency at which he gets them as well. But Kern's shown amazing consistency with his shooting there. A couple of times, and there again, I'll admit, I was thinking, put the pass in.
Yeah.
But Kieran knows that he's got a shooting window, he takes it and he scores it well. Distan as well, you're talking about communication.
Yeah.
Distan looked like he wanted that. Crow called him off it, Crow puts it home, and in the end that ended up with DEFY chasing, moving too far forwards, aerialing directly upwards instead of onto the ball.
Yeah.
And away you go, game 1.
Very unfortunate touch there. Finally, we see the last goal. It just ran away from them. At that point, when you're 4-2 down and you have literally got 20 seconds left, you're probably not going to bring it back, and let's just throw the game away. We were saying before with other teams, that's sort of their way of coping with it. They're thinking, you know what, okay, we've lost this game anyway, let's throw it away, because then we can almost say that it's not our fault. Well, it ran away from us.
It's not so much that, it's that it puts you back in control of it.
Yeah.
You say, okay, this one's gone, who cares? Then you move on to the next game. 1-1 now in the series, and what I loved is that both games could have been won by either team. We haven't seen either game that's been run away with by one. Cantankerous did in the end.
Yeah.
But I mean, throughout the whole of that, there were so many opportunities for DEFY Gaming to score and to save Cantankerous shots that went in. And no players really stepping up and being the key player here. It's very much two solid teams. There's not a carry on either team.
Yeah, I mean, so much communication coming out as well. Cheeky Lad was saying it's so different playing with people online and then sitting with them. Like these guys, they've been sitting together all weekend, literally all three of them on each team, one section, just together.
Yeah.
And it's must be so nice, basically looking over, somebody messes up, you look at them and go, it's fine, don't worry, it's okay.
I asked Sebadam actually if he'd been out into the other parts of Insomnia.
Yeah.
He said no.
No, he doesn't care.
He does this, he does Rocket League.
Yeah, there was very cool stuff out there as well, but he's just like, no, I play Rocket League now. So, okay.
Right, so let's get back to this game. We started off this entire tournament with DEFY Gaming losing out to Cantankerous.
Yes.
And it was pretty comfortable.
It was.
DEFY did show a bit of, they showed potential, but that was about it.
Yeah, it really was. It's a case of they just weren't being aggressive enough. You see how aggressive Kieran wants to be.
Yeah, now.
And you really want him to be going around the map, cleaning up players.
We've got a replay here of a previous game between these two we're about to take a look at. So let's see, here is the first game, I think. Duck, Sebadam goes high, pushed it onto the backboard. Kieran does clear it really well there, so there's good, solid clearances coming in from this team.
It's just when he ends up backwards. It's those little things where if he was thought, he would have had a good chance to jump off and even just follow up. If he just did a spin there, he could have had more of a claim to saving that. Does his best, unfortunately not enough because you can't boost while you're going backwards. And
you're starting to think maybe Cantankerous can have a little bit too much for DEFY Gaming, but they just never give up. They shoot at the right opportunities there, wrong wheeling his opponent and the goal line, and they just kept on going to DEFY Gaming. That's their biggest thing that they've got going for them. They go behind again with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left. But do they give up? No. 18 seconds left onto the backboard. A miss from Sebadam ends up falling to Kieran. One way or another, eventually the ball's going to fall for Duck. There it is, who puts it home. And DEFY Gaming equalise, go on to win it in OT as well.
So, cool, Cole. Going into game number 3, I'd like to crowdsource an answer. I'd like to crowdsource an answer.
Okay.
Because there's, I've heard a lot of cheering. I've heard a lot of cheering in the background of people saying, okay, I want this team. I want this team to win. I want this team to win. If you're in the crowd here at I63, if you would like Cantankerous to win, just give us a big old cheer. Okay, that's not bad.
There's some love. There is some love.
Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. If you would like hang on, I'll move my microphone. If you'd like DEFY Gaming to win, give us a big old cheer. Okay, it sounds like DEFY Gaming. Okay, it sounds like they are the biggest. They're the crowd favourite.
Well, they're the underdogs, Stumpy.
Yeah.
British crowds do love an underdog. They love their scrappy, less decorated team to win. Now, we mentioned decoration. Crotini is sort of the rookie on this team, but you've also got Distan and Sebadam. Sebadam does lands pretty much every week.
Yeah, he is a very competent player, and competent and confident. He knows where he stands at a LAN. He's not the most vocal player when he is going along, but he's very efficient. He's very complimentary. He'll be honest. He's a very good player, I think, to be on the team.
Yes.
He's a very nice guy to have with you, and so that you can just, I think, feel motivated as you go.
I think with Sebadam, what you know is that he's not going to tilt out if you start to lose. He is a remarkably calm, serious man. You know, he takes things seriously.
Yeah.
You know what you're going to get with Sebadam. You're not going to get any inconsistencies. And then Distan, we briefly touched upon it, his DreamHack Leipzig performance way back in January of this year. That's what sort of brought him into attention in the Rocket League scene. Yeah,
for sure. He took down Envy. Now, people might know Envy, the org, but we have also got Envy. They are one of the biggest teams in Europe. Or they were very high up, basically, at the time.
Well, they made the recent World Championships.
Yeah, they came through, did London Esports with Distan on their side, and they got first aid. They just got kicked out. It was amazing. London Esports, so strong. Will Distan from that side be able to lead his team to victory here once again and defend his I62 championship title?
Early chance for Duck. Crow tackles him. Here goes Cheeky up against Crow. Crow with such speed onto that backboard. And it's Distan putting it high in the air, testing Kieran and his teammate Duck. I think that was, because both of them are equal to it that time. And now Crow jumps over the ball in a very sleek black octane he's got there. That's
very pretty titanium white octane. I'm a fan of that. Distan going for a dribble, gets tackled however by Cheeky Lad. Duck backflipping, making sure that he will stay in position. Being called off by Kieran as he's in a better position than him. Cheeky Lad hanging back, making sure that he can clean up if need be. A save. Duck taking that boost away from Cheeky Lad, who does seem to be hurting a bit. And that, I think that boost still might have been a little bit of an issue. You saw Duck take it from the bottom of Cheeky Lad, who now has got basically nothing to go off, has to get forced out of the way. Distan will just touch it in, sees there is a kerfuffle going on, and will take full advantage of it.
Cantankerous have the lead once again. Barely 50 seconds, actually not even 50 seconds gone. This could be two if Crow can put this towards the goal. Not quite. I think there was a defender who would have got back in time anyway. But DEFY Gaming already on the defence here. A good pass comes in from Crow, but it is intercepted. Now Duck moving forward with his teammate Cheeky, steals a boost. Is he going to be able to take advantage of that later on? All three of them on the same side of the pitch need to make sure they stay spread out, because when Cantankerous are as fast as they are, it's so tempting to just speed things up, go overly attacking, try and force it, but that was much better. Passing the ball out of their own defence, forcing a shot, and it's saved well on the goal line though.
That was another Kieran, Cheeky Kieran, and then Duck was involved in there as well, had the final shot. That is those passing plays that these guys are so good at, that they have been practicing. Kieran said before, he was told by Duck, just pass it and we'll probably win. And that did happen earlier today.
Crow's going to get 100 boosts and go for a shot, but it's blocked off by Kieran. And now Distan arrives. Can Crow get the tip? He can't. He tried to fit that ball on. Sebadam shoots high. I'm not sure if it was intentional or not. I'll assume so. And then Crow gets the ranked classic onto the backboard. Your car follows it through with its momentum. It's fortunate. It goes home.
Seb also getting the bash on Duck in goal as he lands after sending it to the backboard, gets him out the way, making the goal so much wider for Crow just to hit it in. But like you say, the ranked classic, crossbar, off the player and in. It's never deliberate, and it's the most annoying thing.
Oh, it's so frustrating. You think, yeah, we've got away with it, and then you see the goal sparks go out. You're like, what? That's not fair. Come on,
Reed, surely. He's got his eyes closed. Cheeky Lad attempting to go for a dribble there again. Couldn't pick up the speed to get the ball on his hood. Or his bonnet. Sorry, that was very American of me.
I forgive you.
Yeah, Cheeky Lad trying to intercept Sebadam then, but couldn't quite get up fast enough.
This is the first time we've really seen true daylight between these two teams, and it is Cantankerous starting to show their dominance. Backboard play after backboard play. DEFY Gaming not defending it well enough, being absolutely boost-starved as well. So tricky to defend in that situation, and Cantankerous are just lapping up these opportunities. Now 3-0 up with 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Kieran's on the backboard. Does get a decent dodge to send it away, but only as far as Crow. Sebadam goes high. Still just peppering the backboard over and over again. Cheeky Lad's equal to it this time. Is he going to be able to get the second touch? He's not. The shot's going to come in at the crossbar again. You'll hope for DEFY Gaming's sake that they knew that was going over, but I'm not so sure because that was very close, but it remains 3-0.
From Seb to Crow, attempting to get it back to Seb again. These three-way passing plays are becoming so much more effective as the single passing plays really do get read quite easily.
But you have seen it in game number 2, where Cantankerous was starting to warm up and it showed how good they were. DEFY Gaming got one counter-attack goal against zero keeper, it was Kieran, and then they got the second goal shortly after, so these things can swing in a second.
Cheeky Lad now half flipping back to safety as Duck goes up. Another banned touch from him, not as bad as the last one, but you're going to want to keep them going forwards. There we are, Cheeky Lad in the defensive position, but just drops it central. Crow picks up but can't get a goal out of it. 1.5 minutes left now, and we will need to see a goal every 30 seconds if DEFY want to be getting back into this.
They barely get the ball out their own half at the moment, let alone score the first goal of the 3 they need. Falls on Cheeky's bonnet. Crow is right there. Whenever they get a touch, there's just someone from Cantankerous ready to put it away. That is a great save from Kieran, keeping his own personal confidence up with saves like that. But how much longer can they hold out for? A double miss there. Distan on the backboard again. If you just noticed, they're just attacking it so often. I'm getting sick of saying it. DEFY Gaming need to already be up on that backboard, swipe that ball away, but it's just not happening.
His left wall now again, just going so high every single try. It's not worked for a couple of attempts now, but that doesn't mean that that opportunity is over. Crow turns to Distan there as well, really nicely, as Kieran earns his saviour medal. Sebadam bumping Duck out of the way. No. Cheeky with a very, very weak touch. Distan will take full advantage and set this game to 4-0.
I don't think Cheeky realised just how much Duck was taken out of the game by that bump. He thought Duck was able to go for the ball quite simply. Wasn't to be the case, so Cheeky's touch just ended up being a pass to Distan, who put the ball home, and this game is well and truly done and dusted. Distan goes high. Can he make it 5? Trying to just turn the screw on his opponents, really take away their positivity. If you're DEFY Gaming now, you have to remain positive and confident. You gave up on the game in game number 1. You said, look, it's gone. Sorry, in game number 2, you said, look, it's gone. It seems to work, maybe, but I don't know, because Cantankerous have just still got all that momentum. It doesn't seem to be working for DEFY Gaming at all. That's a bit better from Kieran. Cheeky up against Crow. Ball's going to come down. Can DEFY get themselves a goal? Yes, they can. They've got something to take into game number 4. Game
number 4 will not be going, unfortunately. So game number 3 will not be going, unfortunately, into DEFY Gaming's favour. Cantankerous, though, taking it to the tune of at least 4-1. But bear in mind, guys, they do need to be getting that bracket reset. They need to win 2 best-of-7s in a row because they were dropped by DEFY Gaming into the lower bracket earlier today. There we are, 4-1 on the side of Cantankerous.
Yeah, what a performance from them, the quality that they're capable of showing. They truly have identified a weakness in DEFY Gaming with these backboard plays, and they just ruthlessly exploited it.
Yeah, they really did. Backboard after backboard just kept being sunk in. It was a case of not even just going for setting yourself up, touching it in. It was setting up teammates, touching it in from the side, going high and at a bit of an angle. And if you've not already got somebody on that backboard, they are a nightmare to cover. They are horrible. Absolutely. We'll see these goals coming up now, and the prevalence of backboard hits is more than you would expect, considering these guys have been good off the backboard previously in terms of defending it. Yeah, that one was saved initially, but Distan followed it home well. They are doing that very well. They're taking their opportunities, are Cantankerous. When they see that their opponent's defense is stretched, they're having no fear and moving up. I thought Crow was going to get a beautiful touch there. There's a backboard.
He missed out on it. There was a backboard in the end, and then Crow...
The rank special.
Oh, the rank special.
The rank special. Took them to 2-0. Doug missing that as he goes across. Backboard once again. Cheeky can't beat Sebadam out, taking the game to 3-0. Going to see 2 more goals in this series. But, I mean, that does just seem to be the flavour of the day. That's saved by Kieran, though. The pre-jump to get up nice and quick. It was outstanding.
Yeah, but then rudeness on poor old Duck in the goal. Bumped out of the way.
Yep.
No chance for his teammates to save that. And that was that.
Game number 4 is going to be kicking off now. Will we see Cantankerous get 1 step closer to their bracket reset and therefore their defending championship?
On current form, it looks like they are by a long way the most likely. But every game is different. DEFY Gaming will have noticed the weakness they were showing from those backboard plays. They have to do 2 things. 1, they have to cover them better. 3 things, actually. 1, they have to cover them better. 2, they have to communicate more, so they're avoiding double commits to the ball. And 3, they have to use boost better, because Cantankerous are stealing their boost. Without boost, saving it when the ball's high is almost impossible.
Kieran from the backboard goes for 1, but then does a jump, trying to... I think he thought that Crow would be getting another awkward touch there, doesn't in the end. This time trying to go for a dribble. Dribbles have been wholly ineffective in these games when there's been a player there. We've seen a couple open net dribbles, but there's not been any that have really shook either side of defense.
There was one from Kieran where he got it over his opponent and then just dribbled the rest of the way home. But yeah,
right. I mean, that was sort of in his own half though. I mean, it was still sort of open, I guess, towards the end. Yeah, it's more been team plays.
And that was an attempted team play from DEFY. 2 of them on the same ball, and Cheeky now needs to get back. It's difficult. Kieran reads it off the post well. Danger already for DEFY, and here's Distan with an air dribble. In case the ground dribbles weren't effective, he can go from the air as well. Kieran in the end. We're hearing the what a save man, the announcer, the stadium announcer.
Good old announcer, we love him.
Saying what a save very often from this DEFY Gaming squad.
So I'm in the middle. What a save! No, he's not near the goal. You don't need to say it, it's fine. I reckon he gets paid per time he says it.
He gets paid per what a save.
Yeah, which I respect.
Yeah, fair.
He's got a good contract there.
Kieran pushes the ball forward, needs some help from Duck, but Duck, low on boost, has to dodge into the ball from a difficult distance. Just have to get this ball away to DEFY Gaming, have to get that clean hit on it. Finally, they're able to. Cheeky lad hits it at Crow. Crow actually got a nice pre-jump block from him. Now, can Kieran do anything more with the ball? Tries to swipe across it, generate some power on the ball. There's a bump coming in, but then the hit is missed by Duck. These little misses in opportune moments are a big difference as well between Cantankerous and DEFY Gaming. But there is a dunk by Cheeky Lad, and DEFY have the lead for the first time in what seems like a while.
Cheeky Lad absolutely poaching this. Sebadam gets a very heavy touch central, sneaks it bottom right. Distan in the net, couldn't get anywhere near that, had no chance. Really nice placing from him in such an opportunistic way as well.
Oh, it looked for a second like they could
Love
be
that
about
body
to,
block.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looked like they could concede a goal straight from kickoff. But the block comes in, then a demo comes in, and this could be danger, actually. Duck, unfortunately, still celebrating his brilliant demo, drove into his teammate, and the attack comes to nothing. Kieran with an air dribble. Falls temptingly on his opponent's half of the pitch, but nobody's left for DEFY Gaming. They're all about to get boost. Crow puts it high for Kieran. He puts it into the centre. Ducks underneath it. What sort of touch can he get? It's one that goes onto the ceiling. Trying some backboard plays of their own, and look how equal Distan is to that. But Crow, though, is lost out on this 50-50. Where's it bouncing? Very risky, but two of them are onto it. You cannot do that to DEFY Gaming. They're having to scarper back now. They're going to get away with this one, but they've lost the attack.
Yeah, having two players in the corner, no matter where you are, it's not going to be beneficial to you. It just reduces your workforce by 3.
Another bad touch from Kieran, by the way. DEFY Gaming are desperately trying to keep up with the pace of the game, which means they're going for hits that they're not used to going for, and that's why you're seeing some dodgy touches that are going backwards.
1 minute and 33 seconds now. 1-0 still to DEFY Gaming. Cantankerous want to get one. There it is for Crutini. He will even this game up. Once again, from the side to the backboard.
Kieran goes up. He should have gone onto the backboard and then come down from above the goal. As soon as you go up from that awkward angle, Crow is coming at it with so much more momentum at such a better angle, and he just completely takes you out the game. Once again off the backboard, Cantankerous equalise.
Sebadam sending it on target, but Duck will be back just in case. And it was a lovely header, I agree. And a lovely header once again.
So many headers.
Duck trying to touch it in, nearly gets the double. It might have been going in anyway, but you can't be too sure. You cannot be too sure with them. Distance sends long. Cheeky is on the end of it. This ain't getting a demo. Kieran as well, which will open the net up for Sebadam. This is looking like we have got bracket reset on the menu, boys.
What a touch from Crow, aerialing down to floor pitch of his car upside down. The ball came off a DEFY Gaming man, but it just fell into the middle. A demo flies in as well. It ends up being an open goal for Cantankerous, and they're 55 seconds away from winning their third game.
Sebadam just getting to the right of that post. Such messy work now from the blue side of DEFY Gaming. Hopefully it won't continue as they try and reset themselves going into game number 5.
Still 40 seconds left in this one though. Cheeky down underneath the ball, no boost to speak of, can't do anything with it except set up Sebadam, and Sebadam doesn't miss those, and Cantankerous 3-1 up, 33 seconds remaining.
There was so much continued pressure on the side of Cantankerous there. They had the boost, they had the opportunity, they just needed to get it on target, which they did in the end. 2 goals clear now. You've been saying they've finally saw daylight last game. They're seeing it again.
Yeah, they're forcing it through. DEFY have put up a better fight in this game, though. They're still able to compete with this Cantankerous squad. But it's getting tougher and tougher and tougher. That ball goes high, trying to force something, a dunk or a pinch or a fluky goal or anything. DEFY Gaming just desperate to get themselves a chance to equalise this game. But it looks like it's not going to happen with 8 seconds left on the clock. Kian has to get this ball back to his opponent's side. He cannot do it. Cheeky Lad does defend that onto the backboard well, but that will be that. And as soon as this ball touches the floor, Cantankerous are going to go within 1 game of getting their bracket reset.
3 goals to 1 there. You see as well, Crotini just screaming vamos. He is so happy with this. It means like come on, or means Spanish or something.
It means Spanish.
It means Spanish and come on. You saw as well, Cheeky Lad. He put his control down. He just took a breath, and he was just looking. He was saying, "Look, Kieran, Duck, this is what we need to do." And he was doing hand things. I wonder what those hand things will be. I imagine it is aggression, and also don't get conceded on more than we score.
And play with puppets. Let's look at the replay from that game.
That'd be very nice. And we can see each time it does hit the backboard, because we say it a lot. Yeah, we do say it a lot, and I don't want to say it too much, but...
Well, we are, because it's just happening over and over again. There's no escaping that. But most of the Cantankerous players, just there you go, onto the backboard. Nobody's there. 2 of them in the goal. You just can't do that when finishing as good as Crows comes in.
You need somebody to rotate to the back post, make sure that they will be able to go on the wall if needs be, or they can cover the net. They can do everything from the back post. If they follow the basic rules of back post rotation, where if you're third man, you go in, then you're going to be golden, I think, for the rest of the games.
I didn't realise, by the way, but I do think that was going in. That attempted redirect by DEFY. Looking at the replay, I think that was just about falling in. But again, you mentioned it yourself, it's one that you don't have a clue about when you're going for. You just have to play by your instincts. His instinct was to take the shot. It was wrong. Cantankerous win, and now they are 3 games to 1 up as we go in to game number 5.
If this game goes in favour of Cantankerous, we have got a bracket reset, ladies and gentlemen. Even more Rocket League will be coming your way. DEFY Gaming will just need to win 3 more games, and they'll be your Insomnia champions.
That's a great start, though, for DEFY. That's exactly what they needed. Duck trusts his ceiling reads. The ball goes high from a pinch, from a tackle from Kieran on Crow. Duck there, so much confidence to turn his car around in midair, hit that top corner, and give DEFY Gaming the lead. They need this game.
So early on as well. You are only 1/10 into the game and you're already ahead. This is not a case of now you hold, it is now a case of no, you keep putting on pressure. You can't be sitting back at any point in Rocket League, because ultimately you'll lose boost, you will lose possession, and you will lose the lead.
I want to keep an eye out here on DEFY Gaming's boost levels, because we're giving them a lot of stick for their backboard reads, but maybe it's because Cantankerous are just not giving them a chance to fly up at any point. Kieran's going to have to rotate back here. Sebadam's nice and high. Look how much he's got in the attack. Goes for a flip reset. Gets the flip reset, but it's saved by Duck. There was the flip reset where you get all 4 of your wheels on the car at the same time.
On the ball.
On the ball at the same time. Allows you to dodge at any point. And so close was Seb to scoring one of the rarest goals in competitive Rocket League.
Kieran now following up into the opposite half. Cheeky Lad follows up on the midway line. Crow actually bumped into that bike. I think it might have been Cheeky Lad or Kieran. Goes off that side wall. Sebadam nicely done, gets it back behind him, so Duck can't get a shot off.
What a touch from Kieran.
Yeah, carried middle as well. Done Sebadam as well. Just getting these sort of heavy but...
Oh, that's quality! That is quality from Kieran!
Demo as well.
Wow!
The man of that play.
That just went on and on. I kept saying, what a touch from Kieran, what a touch from Kieran. Then the demo comes in, and I'm thinking, Cheeky Lad, don't screw this up, because your teammate deserves a goal from that. Cheeky Lad did not screw it up. 2-0 to DEFY Gaming.
2 goals clear now. Sunlight is emerging on the other side of this Rocket League world. DEFY Gaming have gone ahead. 2 more wins if they get this one, and they lift the big old massive check.
Cantankerous Gaming, though, so dangerous, you can never write them off. In Rocket League, 2 goals can come in 15 seconds, let alone 3 minutes and 5 seconds. So this game is not over just yet, as Distan puts it into the centre. But there was his opponent, Duck, to get a great read. Kieran up against Sebadam, forces Sebadam to the left, where Cheeky Lad was reading. That's a great touch there. Can Cheeky Lad get the double touch? He goes for just the one. I wanted to see him go for a double tap aerial there, just keep his air a little bit thinner. Went for too much angle, which meant that he couldn't put it home in the second touch.
Sebadam reading that really nicely from his goal line. But not reading the one by Kieran. Centered by Crow with a nice little... I love the look of a flip cancel.
They are very pretty.
They're really pretty flip cancels. So basically, you get the animation and you get the feel and the speed of the flip, but it doesn't complete. And it just looks really quite nice.
It does look really quite nice.
Very smart.
Kieran with a smart-ish clearance, nice and high. Does enough because his teammate Cheeky Lad is next to it. And Crow goes long. Both these teams just going long at the moment. Not too many passing plays. That ball's going to fall loose. Distan should have done better, to be perfectly honest with you. Rush at the ball. Duck does not rush at that one. He has no clues. Takes all the time that he has. Just desperate defending, really, from DEFY. Can they hold out Cantankerous?
It seems like desperate defending and also desperate attack.
Yeah,
it's
a little bit.
Really quite sloppy on both sides. Not much time being taken. We saw Distan try and slow it down a little bit earlier. It didn't go his way, however.
That's wow. Oh my God!
Distan and Sebadam scoring, I think, the goal on the tournament. Sebadam staying in the air, Distan popping it up.
Wow!
Seb carries on with his aerial, touches down. That is their first goal in game number 4 and number 5, and that is a stonker.
Cantankerous are back in this game. 1 minute and 40 seconds left. We said not to write them off. They are so dangerous. You are watching Rocket League players here who can score a goal out of any situation. These guys so good at this sport, and they are learning to play together as a team. So much. Sebadam's high, but it's tackled by Duck in the air. Will they have time to get the equalising goal and force us into an OT or even win it before? Kieran's on a counter-attack. up against Distan. Distan blocks it. Off the backboard, an awkward touch there from the Cantankerous man who's following up his duck, but it's been saved.
They needed somebody to be a little bit further up there, ideally. Again, that's retrospectively speaking, so maybe there were more issues, but they couldn't come up.
Left on the clock.
60 seconds left on the clock. Thank you, Mr. Announcer.
He's better than us.
Yeah, he's pretty decent, actually. Distan launching long and open net. Cheeky lad just about making it in time.
Oh, Cheeky, be careful.
It's fine. He's a pro. He knows what he's doing. Maybe. I don't know. I hope. Backboard again. Will there be a goal from that? No. Wow. A pull shot team save. 30 seconds remain. Cantankerous need a goal.
What an air dribble from Sebadam. I was about to say that old habits die hard from DEFY, but Sebadam doesn't give a damn about their habits. He just wants to push this ball towards their goal. Crow onto the backboard. Distan, will he get a shooting chance? Closed down well by Cheeky Lad. Duck with 30 boost, tries to save it by going up the backboard, does very well there. Stuck on 0 though, so needs some desperately. Crow with 0 boost for himself, tries to force that towards the goal, but it's going to miss. And Duck just goes for distance.
Good
Duck
man.
then gets an air 50-50. They want this ball to land. Are DEFY Gaming able to get their win? Yes, they are.
Yes, they are indeed. That win was so well earned, if not with an incredible shot by Cantankerous. I can't wait to see that back whenever that's ready, but good lord.
Yeah,
that was gorgeous.
We will get to that goal by Sebadam, but the story of the game as a whole was DEFY Gaming standing up and being counted.
They're learning.
They are learning.
They're learning. Move up. Get in their faces. Don't let them set up these backboard plays. We can look at these replays now.
Let's have a look.
And we're going to see that goal buried in there somewhere. First goal coming out, obviously, for DEFY Gaming. Really nice place from everybody here. Duck, not normally the offensive character, but making sure that he is able to fit that role.
I mean, I thought this would be the goal of maybe this entire series, just from the amount of perfect touches Kieran got. It was from like the other team's goal. He dribbled back into the centre, dribbled around the corner.
Here we go. Sebadam up, finds Distan, who pops it high again. Seb just carries on. I would love to see. I was going to say, I love the reaction. That's just so good. That's just so good. To get it that perfect as well. Taps it in. We've seen a similar goal in NA probably about 8 months ago, I want to say.
Okay.
It was in NRG, when Jacob used to go at NRG.
Okay.
And it was tapped up between him and one of the other players. Can't remember who.
Right.
It was very similar. It was like down, tap up, smash in. Really nice. They're just so good. They're so hard to do when you've got to find somebody in the air. And you are also sideways, and you have to pop it up high. Great shout there, I imagine, from Sebadam. Probably just very calmly said, find me.
Yeah, he's a very calm man.
Find me.
I'd like to see his roar after scoring that score. Like, nice one, yes.
Nice one, good pass, well done.
He's brilliant. But it was DEFY Gaming that held out for that win. Now it's 3-2 to Cantankerous in this first series. There will be a reset if Cantankerous win it. Credit to DEFY Gaming, though. I mean, after conceding a goal like that, it can be easy to lose confidence, for your heads to go down, for you to think, we cannot beat these guys.
Yeah, you really can't. DEFY, they're just being so strong. Throughout this series, they've not got their heads down. They've not buried it in the sands. They have not been, they're not being subservient towards the end here. They have come out, they've kept their aggression, because that is what beats rock in this situation.
Yeah, basically so.
You want to get in their face, and you want to just erode away at them and make sure you can smash through.
If I'm Cantankerous now, I'm thinking it's time to get those infield passes going. After having so much luck, I guess, in the backboard plays, really been utilising them, getting a lot of goals for them, earning these goals. Maybe now time to start mixing up a little bit more, because DEFY Gaming have learned to sit on their backboard just that bit extra. They're learning to deal with a lack of boost, maybe that they're not used to, because they're not used to playing at this ridiculously high level with this pressure. So now start to mix things up and really make them guess themselves all over again.
Yeah, for sure. If they're able to link everybody in the play, so not just sort of a 1 and a 2 man, you can see there's basically, if you zigzag your way a pitch with passes, you always try and pass that at defense anyway. Because if you can just pass horizontally, you can then just launch it all the way up the pitch. You don't need to then get into position yourself, just find a teammate basically. If you can work your way up the pitch 1, 2, 3, and then that's the shot on the third, that's so powerful.
Well, we've seen that with DEFY Gaming lots of occasions throughout this tournament. If people here were watching the qualifiers earlier, how we got to this point, how we got to the grand finals on this beautiful stage with this beautiful audience.
Very nice.
Wait, where are they? Wait, there.
They're here.
Hey, they're waving. Cheers, guys. Hey, give us a wave, audience, give us a wave.
There they are. There's previous competitors there.
Yeah.
There's fans
guy
of the
dabbing.
game. There's dabbing.
Oh, there's always a guy dabbing.
It's literally
It's a
esports.
fact at this point, yeah.
It's a fact and it's a shameful fact. So those guys, they're now supporting these teams. They're all friends. Everybody's so close. They want to see DEFY Gaming win. Everybody who's watching, I'd love to know who you want to win. Each team has got such a stake to this. DEFY just need 2 more. Cantankerous need 1 and a bracket reset. Who will reign victorious?
Game 6 begins now with an amazing pinch, but Kieran's on the other end of it. That was quality, that was not accidental. Both players were aware that pinching the ball would send it towards the goal. However, Kieran saved it well. They both survived. It's a bit of a double commit from Kieran and Cheeky Lad. Can't do that. This might be a counter-attack goal if Crow could just get the easy finish, which he cannot do. You're expecting pro players to put that home 100% of the time. DEFY Gaming get away with one.
Destin having a go for himself now. We said that we're going to need to be seeing something different other than the back ball passes because they were blocking them much more effectively. I wonder if more passes between each other will be, or just sort of weird pitches will be given. It's going to be weird shots, I feel.
It's those awkward touches that you can make that your team just can't read. Good play from Duck, getting that block. Cheeky Lad's up, looking for his teammate in the corner, but his teammate is low on boost at a wrong angle and decides to come home. Good rotations from DEFY Gaming. Bit of a loose touch there from Duck, which Distan is going to be the winner of. And now we've got Kieran in defence. But there was Cheeky Lad, the saviour on the backboard. Yeah, they've learned.
Yeah, they've very much learned. Central now, Protini with a chance to score that, but Duck back nice and effectively. Good positioning from him. Jumps off the wall, does Cheeky Lad. Kieran, once again, being that defensive paragon.
Such good reads for his saves. He pre-jumps when he needs to, and he just judges the angle that his opponent's car is coming at. Just gets himself in the way. Brilliant defending from Kieran over and over again.
Sent long, just sort of feeling that defense. Can we eke out some long shots? If you guys be trying some weird shots, we'll try some long ones every now and then. Nice touch on by distance, centered by Kieran, unfortunately for them. And just a little mistake like that is they can lead to a goal.
Heavy touch in the corner from Kieran. He had more time than he realised. Cheeky Lad tries to readjust his car from the floor, but he just did not have the time to. Crow coming in again. We saw Crow score a goal like that earlier. Coming in from the better angle with more momentum, getting essentially an easy finish. And Cantankerous, after missing a sitter earlier, finally have their lead 1-0.
If DEFY Gaming win this, we're going to be close.
Yes.
We're going to be close to potentially crowning a victor. Crow going for a flip reset as well. Again, just going for these fancy, weird, fun goals.
I feel like Cantankerous are absolutely desperate for a flip reset. I think they're just so keen to make it happen. We've seen them attempt it about 3 times now, I think. Seb almost got one that Kieran saved. I feel like I want to show any people who are new to Rocket League the coolest type of goal in the game. But that's a brilliant finish, but it's not gone in somehow in the end. Oh no, Cheeky Lad's there. Cheeky Lad. Goodness me. DEFY Gaming still only 1 goal behind. Holding out so well. And there's a redirect step from Distan. The shot comes in from 7 out the backboard. Ducks underneath the ball, and Crow is going to get a mirror image of his first goal. 2-0 Cantankerous.
Has Crow missed any of his backboard shots so far? He is so consistent with these.
And that's a tough angle as well.
Yeah, that is such a tough angle. He is so consistent. If that's coming down off the backboard and Crow is up, you need to be getting in his way as soon as possible.
2-0 to Cantankerous. They are 2 minutes away from the I was about to say flip reset, from the bracket reset. This could be the 3rd goal if 7 can finish it well. Not a good enough finish, but Cheeky Lad is stuck facing the wall instead of the ball. Turn your car around, mate, I reckon. He does in the end. Duck, just trying to air dribble it across. Doesn't get too far, but it does fall to his teammate Kieran, who again is touched a little bit heavy. DEFY Gaming just struggling to keep their car behind the ball at the moment. All the touches are going straight to a Cantankerous player. Cantankerous' pass there was close to a pass for DEFY Gaming. It didn't happen, and there's is that a bad touch or is that a great pass?
That was a lovely pass, I think. Oh yeah, I'll give him a lovely pass for that. Cheeky getting a nice air dribble over the top of Crow. Centre, Kieran will make sure it doesn't creep too far into the blue half. They need to start scoring soon. DEFY Gaming, if you don't win this, lads, you've got so much more of a slog to get through.
Cantankerous looking favourites at the moment. Working so hard to make sure DEFY Gaming don't get a sniff. Still so brave. Cantankerous, still attacking as a trio, showing their opponents that they will not sit back, they will not give in to that, they will not give pressure back easily. Is Crow. Yes, Cheeky Lad, this one follows home, goes for the backboard play where Sebadam is, but Duck comes in out of nowhere. I've given up on the play. Fortunately, Fortify Gaming, Duck Adam, let's go.
Distan trying to get that central touch by Kieran once, twice, 3 times, gets it into the orange half. Follows up, goes for a backboard touch, can't quite get the angle. Distan now needs to get on target, can't quite even get a touch to it. Very awkward angle, they're coming at it from the opposite direction. Crow, they are taking it slowly now. Cantankerous are about to reset the bracket here. So much harder now for DEFY Gaming to win this. Up in the air, 5 seconds. We are not going to be seeing any more goals coming out. Cantankerous, they are going to win this game. We have got ourselves a bracket reset, and look how pleased those guys are with each other. Talking, Sebadam through it, is Crotty in the middle. Just not looking calm as anything.
The crowd are chanting reset almost aggressively at the players. They absolutely love it. We're going to have at least 4 more games of Rocket League. Congratulations to Cantankerous. That's a hard word to say.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to Tarantulas. Phase 1 is complete, is what I was trying to say.
Well done, Tarantulas. You're great. You're doing great out there. That was another fantastic game. A little bit closer.
Another dab.
Another dab. Why is there so much dabbing?
There's always a dab. There's
there's
always one, isn't there? Guy in the white
that's
t-shirt.
a wave. A wave is good.
No, not him.
4 waves. Oh, no! Why would Beardy Wave Man? Why are you that? No, can we come back to us? Come back to us. Stop the dabbing. Stop it. Stop the dabbing. I don't like it anymore. Amazing games there. There was more synergy, I think, than we've seen in a lot of these games. It's just really making its way through on both sides.
Yes.
Just Cantankerous that time. They made it their own.
Cantankerous is certainly the team that can put on a show just that little bit more.
Yeah.
Some of the goals these guys are scoring are such high quality. Sebadam's finish and the flick that just hit his aerial was immense. And then we had the pinch attempt that Kieran saved. We've had the flip reset from Sebadam that also Kieran saved. I don't think he wants us to get many highlight reel goals. It's like he wants to win or something.
Weirdo.
But yeah, Cantankerous, just quality in attack, and just that bracket reset is so deserved.
Let's have a cheeky little gander over at some replay, shall we?
Yeah,
be nice to look at these goals that we're having a chat about. Doug, touching that backward, once again banned. All of these goals from the games that we've seen throughout the entire series, not just the last game that we saw. These are the ones that led to the Cantankerous bracket reset. So, people who don't know, like I said, dropped down from the upper bracket by DEFY Gaming. They now need to win 2 best-of-7s in a row, because essentially all teams get 2 lives. DEFY Gaming not yet lost a series. Until now.
Until now. Cantankerous have now made that happen. And this was their key weapon, hitting the ball above the goal, following it home. Crow there with the rank special that we talk about.
Yeah.
The crowd desperately trying to shout something. I love that we can hear their chanting. Rocket League crowds, we've pushed the fact that they chant for so long. Listen to them go, by the way.
I think they're chanting, Stampede.
That's fair.
Stampede. I listened out, they weren't doing it. That's a shame. That's a shame. I've given it a go. I thought I could be popular for about 3 seconds, but turns out I can't.
Next time.
Yeah, you know what? I've accepted that in my life.
Stumpy is very much giving them away.
Giving away.
Pander. You're pandering so terribly.
I belong in a Chinese zoo park.
Right, let's look at these Rocket League goals, mate, because they have been incredible. Cantankerous here with 2-1 up. It started off with a lead for DEFY Gaming, but Cantankerous came back on and just turned on the style time and time again. This sort of play needs so much synergy between these players, needs so much composure between the finish until they get the goal.
Go on, mate, give them a wave.
Is that what they want? I didn't even hear. I was talking. I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Wave! There we are. You're a panda now, pal. Let's see
I'll
Bamboo.
take that. Yeah, I was only calling.
Bamboo and going stink together.
I was only calling you out because they weren't cheering for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair. I respect your hustle. So yeah, these replays, it does show how many team plays there were. Still, really not that many solo plays comparatively.
Yeah, true. Very, very true. They did start to emerge more and more, these amazing team plays, as the series went on and these players warmed up. I want to just say congratulations first off to, not congratulations, but well done to DEFY Gaming for the way they've taken to this stage. They haven't seemed overawed at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know if they can hear very much on the stage. Normally at a LAN, you can hear quite a bit of sort of what is going on.
There's the goal, by the way. Look at this. Just look at this. Sorry to interrupt you. It was Distan with the assist. There is Crotini. It's that moment of like, oh my goodness, we actually just scored that goal.
Yeah.
We're amazing and we're going to win.
It was beautiful. Yeah, these guys making sure that every goal they score, they're getting a lot of highlight reel goals.
Yes.
Kieran's doing his best to stop the highlight reel goals being scored. In the end, though, like I said, Cantankerous, they will be coming out on top. 4 more games minimum of Rocket League. Coco, after the series that we have just seen, 4-2 in the end, who do you think this is going to be going to?
I think it's going to go to Cantankerous. I think they're going to have too much for poor old DEFY Gaming.
Yeah.
I just can see them getting some momentum and building upon it and getting their victory, especially if DEFY can't fix their backboard covers.
Yeah, I mean, they were getting better. Let's see. I was about to say, let's hope. I felt myself going into an intro. I've been told you're not going to the game just yet, so thank you so... Thank you. Oh, perfect.
The producer complimenting Stumpy's save, and now we're talking about it.
Yeah, we've fully lampshaded it.
Yeah.
How are you doing, production?
Stop it.
No, okay,
right.
okay, I'm not talking. It's fine.
Stumpy, okay, so talk to me about DEFY Gaming. What can they do to make sure Cantankerous don't just take this and run with it?
Get in their faces again. Get in their faces once again. Make sure that if they are really starting to overrun, they really are getting in the way, and they get around behind you, try and eke it out a bit more, get in their faces. We chatted to Crotini before. He said Kieran was horrible to play
against.
I'm sure. Because
he's horrible to talk to.
Oh, he's a terrible human. Anytime, he's a lovely guy. I mean, it's not terrible.
Yes.
He's not a good person. He's not bad.
Carry on, what were we saying about anytime?
Anytime that he gets round the back or sort of in the midfield of the opposing team, he is an absolute weapon.
Yes.
He really does make himself into a sledgehammer. He can demo. He can dribble a ball round you. He is just dangerous when he feels he can move up the pitch. If you've got Cheeklad in the middle and you can link up with Kieran, you've got yourself a winning combo there.
As well as that, though, Kieran's also got that little bit of quality. Like when he basically dribbled it from his own half, from his opponent's half, back to the middle, then round the corner, and then on the line, then got a demo to lead to an open goal. I don't think I've seen a dribble like that before. That was like a
very long
dribble. Yeah, it was. Yeah, there was so many different phases to it.
It was very long. Normally you'd see a dribble and you get in a sticky position because you run out of boost and you have it to the side, or you have a shot, or you flick. You do something to get rid of the ball. He just sort of went via boost. He went everywhere. He probably used 150, 200 boost on that entire dribble.
He took the tourist route. Do you know what I mean? He was going around looking at all the sites, seeing what Champions Field had to offer, and eventually he got himself a goal. Yeah.
Lots of eggs in the crowd as well.
Lots of good stuff.
Yeah, lots of stuff.
Another thing I want to see from DEFY Gaming, though, is just we've praised their ability to come onto the stage and act like they own it. They did lose the first one, but they performed well, right? What they lacked was composure in defence. They're saying to cover the backboard better over and over again. Let's put that to one side for a second, okay?
Sure.
When you're in goal, if there are 2 of you, only one of you must go. If both of you go, you both waste boost. You're both just pulled out of position because your car jumped so far. You're pulled completely out of position, and that's leading then to an easy finish for Cantankerous.
I mean, let's also not pretend like Cantankerous are definitely going to win this. We're sort of saying what DEFY can do to get themselves back in. Cantankerous, they really had to battle
to
get their way
up
there.
weren't they?
What can they do, maybe, to just secure their victory a little bit more confidently over the top of DEFY? What was the thing that, obviously, we thought initially it was backboard passes, they started to get intercepted more. What should they start going for?
It's a really tough question, Stumpy, because Cantankerous have relied on the backboard pass, but they were able to navigate it when they couldn't do it anymore. We're about to go into this game. I'll answer your question in a second, Stumpy Goblin, but for now, we have our bracket reset. Crowd, are you ready for the Rocket League? Let's get going. DEFY versus Cantankerous. Now, Stumpy asked me again because I'm ready to answer.
Coco, answer my question.
I think that Cantankerous just have to have that third man sit back a little bit more often, believe it or not. Let's go forward at the right time.
Cantankerous, they have taken the first game in our second set of series. Doug touches it off the top of throw, gets a wonderful dunk in there. Under 30 seconds have gone. Cantankerous having the start that they really would like. Aiming to get ahead as quickly as possible. Hopefully they'll be able to demoralise their opponent. Maybe that has happened, maybe not, because this is so fresh for everybody involved.
£2,000 for the winner of this 7-game series. Who's it going to fall to? Duck puts it to the centre.
Oh, that is
Cantankerous
a beautiful fake there by
and what a dribble at the end of it!
That, oh my gosh, I want to see this again.
Talk us through it, mate, talk us through it.
Midfield. Oh, the fake stick taking it on his right-hand side.
Oh, look at
Cuts
go!
out wide. Completely does Sebadam, lures him towards that left boost, hits it to the opposite corner. That was, he thought Kieran had a good dribble. He fancied one of his own.
Both these players capable of amazing things. Kieran and Duck both go up for that ball. Bit of a boost waste, but Duck is going to be able to go for that. For that long hit already from Sebadam onto the backboard, but Cheeky Lad equal to it. There's Crow going long himself, and now Seb's turn. Cantankerous is queuing up, waiting to put the ball forward. Great start to this second series. Both teams in this. Crow up against Cheeky Lad, going to fall to Kieran. Puts it to the backboard. A great bump comes in from Crow though, and now Sebadam is one-on-one. He wasn't actually. I think he believed that Duck was going to get that ball easily, so left him to it. Good decision making from Sebadam, showing all his LAN experience, not trying to rush things, not trying to force things when it's not possible, seeing that he couldn't get that ball and just turning away from it.
Cheeky taking it up round, trying not to go round the top of his own goal as he was low on boost. Kieran ducking away from it ever so slightly, knowing that Crotini is going to get a touch there, so we'll anticipate where it's going to go and then get the touch off that. Bounces a little bit awkwardly towards the DEFY Gaming half, but it's called that Doug is back there, and it's not really that much of a say to an announcer, but it's okay.
I disagree. I thought it was, what a save. I thought it was amazing. Kieran with a huge clear, but Distan disagrees with my casting apparently, because Distan just blocks that in the centre, and then another 50-50, sorry, another dunk comes in from Crow. Ends up somehow being a clearance. Now the ball is back on the Cantankerous half, a last second touch from Distan. So necessary, or else DEFY Gaming would have taken the lead in this first game of the second series. Distan with a chance to do something with the ball. Goes for a double toucher. Gets the first one, but not the second. And now Seb has to use pretty much all of his boost to get it. But you can see his boost control there. He went all that way in the sky. Still had 30 boost left in the tank to turn his car around and aerial the ball towards the DEFY Gaming goal.
Off that side wall there, Distan showing his mettle, getting it on target. It wasn't going, unfortunately. Cheeky trying to get a wave dash goal there. Kieran coming in and getting a wonderful bump. Cheeky going for a lovely attempt, trying to flick it the opposite way. Kieran just saying, yeah, I'll help you out.
That just made me laugh because Cheeky was trying such a cool thing.
Yeah.
He was trying his wave dash. He was basically trying to get a speed burst when he landed by dodging forwards at the right time. So your car gets this lurch of speed
And
without
then
actually dodging.
towards the left-hand side as well and hits the ball.
He didn't catch it, so his car just did a weird sideways jump. But meanwhile, his teammate Kieran was getting a bump. Kieran then gets another bump. Either way, I should stop giggling because DEFY Gaming are 2-1 up here.
Just under 2 minutes remain, everybody. DEFY Gaming looking poised to take game at number 1, but anything can still happen, of course. On target, Kieran forces Crow to make a save, sending it to the right. 2 committed now to the corner. Sebadam on that fine Doug. Yeah, another pan touch. He really is touching it backwards quite often.
He just doesn't want to be sat too far back. He doesn't want to lose pressure for his team, so he's moving forward a bit more than I think he's used to.
Yeah.
And that's why he's aerialing straight up, as we discussed earlier.
Down now towards the blue half, lofted high, touched backwards. I don't think that's going to be a save, but 2 coming out of net once again for the DEFY Gaming side. You need to stop that, guys. It puts you in such an awkward position.
They got away with it that time, but it's not over yet. The attack. Duck gets another save. More and more saves ramping up for DEFY Gaming. Cantankerous attack after attack. Crow this time uses the left wing. Cheeky clears it, but only as far as Seb, who goes off the backboard. A classic backboard play, maybe aligning itself, and there's Distan. Isn't going to miss that in a million years, and we're at 2-2 in game number 1.
Cheeky just finding Seb with that. No players going up. Duck living in defensive limbo. Doesn't know whether he should be back post, whether he should be in net. Sort of decides on a horrible middle ground between the two. Cantankerous now earning themselves the 2-2 draw.
Yeah, ideal play from Cantankerous. They've got that weakness against their opponent. They have been ruthless. Cantankerous have been absolutely ruthless, and here they go again. Sebadam, another double save. Can Crow get the finish for Cantankerous? No, it's a great save from the DEFY Gaming man. Distan this time with the shot. Saved by Kieran, but only as far as Distan again, but he actually misses the ball. And now Sebadam has got 0 boost in that corner, and Duck should be able to get a solid clearance. What can Crow do with this catch? He can try and fake out Cheeky Lad. Ball comes to Kieran up against Sebadam. It's going to fall to Cheeky, who can take a shot. Is this going to be going in? No, it's slightly wide. Following up is a DEFY Gaming man, and the second bite of the cherry for Cheeky. 17 seconds remain. DEFY Gaming are back in the lead.
Just over the top, Duck then gets it back in the
Great
centre.
turn.
Cheeky with a wonderful, quick rotation. 17 seconds remain. DEFY Gaming back on top once again. Who will be the victor of Game 1? The first time these teams in the grand final will be on even equal footing.
Cheeky lad. Decent save into the corner, not just getting his car to the ball, but also clearing it well, and then going up the backboard, putting it into the centre ahead of him. Who's arriving? It's Crow. The bump comes in. Kieran somehow makes the save. I thought that was going to be the equaliser at 0 seconds, but we're still alive until the ball touches the ground. Is it going to touch it in time?
Oh,
yes, it is! DEFY Gaming take game number 1. Cheeky lad and Kieran can't believe their luck. Sebadam, the only man in this entire room who doesn't look fazed by what's just happened. Somehow, DEFY Gaming win that. Yeah, that come back to us a bit quicker than we expected. Oh, the Wickle. Which is the casters, man? We're cool, we're chill.
It's fine, I'm chill. I'm a chill kind of guy.
Now, when we do that, they cut off us. Come on, producers, we're leaning back in our chairs looking cool.
I only dab on the weekend. Cheeky lad is just looking out towards the crowd where he sees all his fellow competitors and all of his friends just saying, how on earth did that not end up going in? These replays, though, they're going to be showing just how strong both these teams were throughout this game. It was very much quality. 1 goal, 2 goal each.
Yeah, quality attacking play from both sides. Cheeky lad there with the fake and then turning around. If we see the replay, you'll see just how much he took Sebadam out of the game. You saw it at the time. Sebadam completely taken out of it. And here's Cheeky, attempts the wave dash there, misses it, but Kieran just says, it doesn't matter. I feel so sorry for Crow as well, who's just looking at the post thinking, I can't save this. Have a look at Crow at the end.
Yeah, where is he? Where's Crow?
Here he comes, he comes. He just looks at it, going back.
I can't know anything. This is going in, fair enough. Another back ball play, though, did draw the game up until... Oh, there's another goal. 17 seconds remaining. That's all it took. In this last minute, we had 2 goals, drawing the game and then sending it back up for DEFY Gaming once again. Game number 2 in this bracket reset series. DEFY Gaming take number 1. 3 more, and they win the title of champions for insomnia63.
Decent start for Cantankerous. Getting some good time on the ball. A double touch in the corner. 2 DEFY Gaming players commit, but that one was fair enough. It was desperate defending there. Yeah, Crow backwards, very, very backwards. That's to make sure as much of his octane as possible stays on the goal line. DEFY Gaming started strong, but then again, so have Cantankerous. I've loved this series because both teams just look capable of scoring at any second. It's so end-to-end.
They really do seem like both teams are just playing so strongly as well. It's not like there's been just one overarching team for each side. It's been so even, like you say, and also just lovely goals. Hopefully we'll get some more lovely goals galore.
Sebadam and Distan now, getting in each other's way. Maybe the first time I've seen Cantankerous double commit in this entire series.
Backboard,
1-0 Crow.
Crotini in, and 1-0 Crow. According to my co-caster, he is he's the current leader. Crotini sending that in. 1-0, game number 2. Over a minute has gone. Cantankerous. That could be the start of something big in game number 2.
Crow's underneath this ball with Duck. Oh, that's quality though, getting the ball away and still having boost to dribble it. Then his teammate Sebadam helps him out when the DEFY Gaming man thought that it was all eyes on Crow. Cantankerous is turning defense into attack there with 1 vehicle. Crow then with the demolition, and then Duck back on Crow. Things are heating up here. You can see a thanks in the top left corner. It's getting a bit spicy in this game. I love it.
Kieran now trying to go for a demo on that right-hand side, taking 2 players out of the game with it. Duck off that side wall. We've not seen a huge amount of magic from Duck, but he has been very consistent.
It is just a question of solidity, consistency. Distan on the left side, not sure how much boost he's got. It looks like not a lot, considering he's just keeping his car as close to that ball as he can, shadowing it well. Sebadam with a shot onto the backboard. Crow reads it round, gets a bit of a bump, but just keeps his momentum to rotate all the way back. DEFY Gaming do get it away. 1 goal down with 3 minutes left. They're showing a lot of presence of mind to get these demolitions and keep this game alive.
Yeah, Duck, another demo towards the back as well, making the job of Kieran so much easier. Cheeky lad with a backflip in the mid. The Duck is back just to support him anyway. Getting the demo on this, and he really is just being a sledgehammer through their defense.
Cheeky Lad and Kieran have Distan in front of him. I was wondering who was going to be the one to go for the bump.
Yeah.
It was, who was the one for the bump in the
It was Cheeky who went for the bump, but Kieran didn't get the memo that he should take the shot.
Right. Nice idea, though.
Yeah, great idea. I mean, we saw in the previous round play that the demos between these teams, that sometimes was just what separated them.
There's Sebadam. He has just gone for that backboard time and time again. And there's the man Crow. He's not missing them. He will never miss them. You let him take that shot, he's going to score it. 2-0 Cantankerous.
I just want to record a soundbite of me saying, backboard pass by Sebadam, and Crow puts it in.
Yeah, every
and
time.
I'll have a button just saying backboard.
I don't think Sebadam's even going for the goal anymore. As soon as he gets his sights on goal, he's aiming up.
Thing is, DEFY Gaming really well covering that really well towards these sort of middle games. They've just started to let it drop once again. That pass in the middle, though, intercepted by Sebadam, making sure that any team plays that happen on the DEFY side are being cut out as soon as possible. I mean, hey, if the backball plays keep working, keep going for them.
Absolutely.
Every single time, do what works.
You got to remember as well that these guys have been playing Rocket League now for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. 7 games of Rocket League in a row with this much pressure on each and every one is obviously it's mentally exhausting, but it's physically exhausting as well. These guys are starting to get tired, and it's Cantankerous that have more LAN experience.
Yeah, if they will falter, then I think these are going to start to be the games that will be doing it. Sebadam with a ceiling pitch will just go wide. Cheeky Lad with the catch in his own box. Tries to fake out Distan just a little bit, ends up going for quite a simple play.
Great play.
Duck going for a dribble, trying to be a Kern of himself. Not much happening towards the mid of this game. Cantankerous knowing they can play it safely.
Yeah, they're just happy to knock the ball about and make sure there's no real goal mouth action. But Seb has been beaten to the ball. Kieran tries to get the second touch. All the demo doesn't get either. Crow gets the ball away. You can just see again, look how well he saves his boost. You have 7 left. I'd just be spamming it there. But he just holds onto it, just he has that little extra burst in his tank.
Just in case.
Just in case, and it ended up working out for him.
40 seconds remain now. 2-0 still to Cantankerous. They've had the bracket reset. They now want the victory. Touched across by Kieran.
Kieran. His name is Kieran.
Kieran's the Cruz, but Kieran. Sebadam touchdown towards the Crow. Distan going for the shot. Seb.
The fake.
Fake. Oh no, he's getting the touch. He does get the touch anyway.
Let's see how slight this touch was. Distan puts it high. Seb jumps. Oh yeah.
I was actually quite big. Fair enough. He basically absorbed all of the speed from it. My speed. And then the ball drops into the bottom corner, taking the defender completely out of the game. Cantankerous looking like they'll be taking game at number 2, tying up the second series of this big old LAN stage-based final.
One of the most dominant performances from Cantankerous in a while. DEFY Gaming, I can't think of a chance that they had. I can't think of an opportunity they had to score in this game. Cantankerous were just all over them. Will they get the 4th? They should have got the 4th. They still might get the 4th. They probably won't get the 4th. It doesn't matter. Cantankerous 3, DEFY Gaming 1, and it's 1-1 in the series. Great play from Cantankerous.
Really lovely play there. Very confident play. Normally so vocal and excited is Crotini. Looking a little bit more reserved, thinking, guys,
tired.
I think he's tough, but it's also a case of he's thinking, oh, you know what? We're really doing this. Let's not go out there and be too silly. Let's be practical now.
Yes.
They've had their silly play. They now just need to say, okay, let's be pragmatic. Let's get it out there. Let's score some goals. Let's get some passes in there. Let's just befuddle the defense.
It was pretty much a perfect performance from Cantankerous in that game. Seb showing his composure there to knock the ball above the goal. And of course, Crow is going to finish there. Great finish. Look at him. Distan knows exactly what his teammates are doing. Absolutely loving it there. Crow this time underneath the ball. This was at 2-0. Flicks it high. Eventually the ball's going to fall to his teammates and they're going to score what would end up being the nail in the coffin really from Seb.
Yeah.
It was actually a very smart finish. I don't think we gave
really
enough credit there. We
yeah,
thought
fair
it was
enough,
fake.
yeah.
That was a hell of a finish from Sebadam.
Really
He's
was nice.
shown a lot of quality, Sebadam. A lot of those sort of party tricks.
Yeah.
You know, coming down onto the ball, going for the
ones.
flip resets,
Yeah.
very gently caressing the ball.
Yeah, it really was
I like
nice. So, obviously touching it with your wheels reduces basically all the power. It sucks up all the power. A really, really gentle shot. As we get into game number 3, he'll be taking it this one. The crowd is on the side of DEFY Gaming. Some are here for Cantankerous. Who will be today's winner?
We essentially now have a best of 5 to see who gets £2,000 for the prize pool and who only gets 1.5. And this could be an early start for Cantankerous to take the lead in game number 3. Not to be good defending from DEFY Gaming. Kieran gets it away as far as his opponent Crow goes for a pinch off of the wall, a force pinch. Sebadam, look at that clearance, look at the distance he gets. Cantankerous is showing so much quality. There's the backboard play, there's the backboard goal.
Kieran there, instead of staying on the backboard, look, he goes into the net.
Straight down.
He goes across. I don't know why he goes across. At that point, stay high, go low as you need to be. Don't commit to staying low and going across the net.
He had his teammate in the goal as well.
Yeah, you just get backboard. It really is that simple. When you're being defensive, just trust yourself on the backboard just a little bit more. Cantankerous, though, they're going to keep abusing that, and so they should.
I love to see it. I absolutely love to see it. It's such a tactical game, is Rocket League, and this is showing that off completely. This one's going to bounce side Crow. How good is his ceiling read? A little bit off, just a little bit. I don't think he had the boost to really get over that ball. But in the end, he gets a solid boost steal. Duck gets a big clearance, and boy, did DEFY Gaming need that. Now he goes up to the other end, Crow still on the ball, but as far as Kieran, can Cheeky get the touch in for the equaliser? Yes, he can. DEFY Gaming equalise. 1-1.
Crow getting the pinch alongside Duck. Kieran sending it central. I love that three-man offense as well. Duck isn't even out of the goal, and Cheeky is already there taking the shot. He's on his way back. Duck is going for those tidy ups. He's getting rid of the plays. He's going for demos and bumps, making the goal even wider for his teammate. Really, really nice stuff. You see the world's best teams do that. You see Dignitas go in, and they will be getting those three-man attacks. Duck, again, he has tasted blood and metal today.
God, the Ducks have tasted human flesh. I'm slightly worried now. Don't go near ponds, ladies and gentlemen. But do stay here watching the Rocket League as Kieran half rotates there. Shows the composure just to catch the ball on his car. And again, the fake. He's so composed, is Kieran.
Yeah.
Despite the pressure, he's cheeking out of a snapshot. Doesn't work out, but he does get another chance to attack the ball. Who's going for this one? Duck or Kieran? Kieran, I think he tries to set up his teammate Duck, but 2 from Cantankerous charge in to smother that ball away.
Nice block from Kieran there. Kieran's cheeky lad. Back to Kieran across, hoping maybe somebody would be there. I thought Duck was there, then I saw him towards the back. So unfortunate for them. Very thankful for Cantankerous, however. A nice bump, and then I think either a deliberate or an accidental touch. Decent centre, though.
Cheeky lad completely whiffs that ball, but fortunately for him, Kieran was just in front of it and able to put it to the side. Now it's Crow with absolutely no boost in the attack. Still manages to get a ceiling pinch and keep the pressure on his opponents. Duck just waiting his time, taking all the time that he has to get his team into this game. They feel as comfortable as they possibly can on this pitch, but stealing each other's boost won't be a good way to make that happen. Kieran's stuck on the backboard. Duck's there, finds Kieran, and only put it sideways. Maybe that was an opportunity for a bit more of a doink rather than a sideways hit where you let the ball land on your roof and flick it up, but it wasn't quite to be.
This, I think, is where we're going to start seeing fatigue. Start to come out from Crotini and also, essentially, a couple members of the DEFY Gaming team, because they are not LAN hardened.
The champion field announcer, though, still in fine voice, and this could be an own goal, all the way from the lovely header up the other end. DEFY go all the way to it. Kieran doing all sorts of damage with these touches, just dribbling it, faking it, touching it, getting a bash on Distan. I did not even notice that. Wow.
Smacking Distan out the way, forcing a touch from another defender in the net, going completely in the way of DEFY Gaming there. Sends them up in the game, could send them up in the series if the scoreline remains very similar. Now Distan going for a touch high, going for the centre, pitches central off the ceiling. So Crotini didn't read that very well before, maybe reads it better next time. Nobody going for the touch there. Kieran with another defensive pre-jump. He just knows.
Yeah, it's very, very good play from him. Now he himself is chasing it. Surely the man of the match so far is Kieran. There's still a lot of match left. 1 minute and 30 seconds left of it, to be precise. Cheeky lad dribbles it round his own goal line. A bit risky, but he knew exactly where his opponents were, so it was okay. Now Duck goes high. Can he get the finish into the corner? He can, but it's saved by Sebadam. Onto Crow. He's got so much boost. It just seems Cantankerous always have pretty much full boost, because one, they use it so well, and two, as you almost see there from Distan, he tried to steal it, but in the end he actually does get the steal.
Drop central by Sebadam, trying to find Distan for that link up play. What a save indeed by Duck. Really nice stuff there, getting up nice and early, blocking for a goal can be scored. Distan faking that. 50 seconds remain now Cantankerous need to get a goal should they want to win game at number 2, and I imagine, Cool Cole, that they do.
Proper analysis there, mate. I love it. I'd probably agree. I'd probably agree. 35 seconds left. Now, we see Cantankerous in full chase the game mode. DEFY Gaming able to deal with that. They've got an actual shooting chance of their own here. Kieran should be able to shoot this, but it's a little bit low. And Crow is able to get the ball away. Sebadam on the counter, on the right side. 50-50 with Duck that lands in the middle. Distan's going to try and beat Kieran to it, but Kieran knew he had more time and space and makes the most use of it. 15 seconds left, or DEFY Gaming are going to take the lead in this series once again. Put them within two games, of the final title. It's 7, has a shooting chance, this might be going in! Yes it is! Cantankerous equalise. After all that work from DEFY, it falls to Seb, and DEFY Gaming finally don't have an answer.
Ends up being a outstanding pitch between Distan and Sebadam. Hits the defender, but it's just too much. They can't stop that. 4 seconds remain now. A goal chance that will not be scored. DEFY Gaming, that must have knocked the wind out of their sails just a little bit. Drops down. Overtime. Game number 2. Who will win? Whoever it is, they will be going within 2 more wins of the title.
Such an important overtime in this second series, the deciding series. Which one's going to be able to take it? Cheeky Lad with some defensive work to do, just to make sure he plays safe, puts the ball to the side, and now Kieran puts it onto the ceiling, testing distance reads. Crow goes for it as well, though. Cantankerous have a double commit there. They're pulled out of position. Distance does make a great pre-jump save, though.
It's off the backboard. He just keeps falling, gets right in the way. Distance centered, sent long, though, by Cheeky Lad. Picked up by Crow, who gets just ruined for his efforts. Duck shadowing now, seeing what Sebadam will do, and getting the demo as well. Going round the back to get some clean-up duty done as well. Distan trying to find Crow, who can't quite get the touch. 1 minute deep into this overtime. Will we start seeing some turflings start to form up?
What a bash from Cheeky when it looked like Sebadam was about to pull the trigger, and then more aggression comes in on the DEFY Gaming goal line. So many scary moments for them, but such good defense when it matters, and this is when it truly does. Kieran is going to be able to get that boost, but Crow's going to get a clean hit away from Distan to the end. Distan puts it on target. Cheeky Lad gets the own goal. Cheeky Lad thought he had to get a touch. He puts it in the net, and Cantankerous take the lead.
Cheeky Lad, unfortunately, getting that final touch there. 7 on there saying, really good, guys, really, really good. It really was very, very close stuff there. Cheeky Lad looking quite disappointed with himself, but he played wonderfully throughout the rest of that game. But it does show you how quick it can turn. You
can just see as soon as Distan goes on that sidewall, you just know he's going to bullet that ball home.
Yep.
We'll get to that in a second, I'm sure, but for now, Kieran with just such composure here, and then getting that bump, that is insane.
We've had now an own goal on either side.
Look at him go.
Look how happy he is to get that. Getting an own goal on both sides as well. That 4 seconds left. That is the goal that pinched in. Distan touching central. Cheeky Lad, like you say, thinking he needs to get a touch.
Yep.
He just didn't need to. Better to be safe than sorry, question mark.
Literally not, because they conceded because of it. No, the thing is, DEFY Gaming are so scared of losing pace to Cantankerous. They know that as soon as they slow down, they're done for. We saw that on the very first, not even the very first day, the very first game that we casted when we were back over there, which you can't see on the camera, back in the other part
over
of Insomnia.
at the noob section.
Yeah, exactly, before we were up here. It was these two, game number 1, and DEFY Gaming just didn't have the speed, didn't have the pace or the aggression. Now they're just trying to make sure that whatever happens, they don't lose that. And the more tired you get, the more desperate these hits can get. And that was the perfect example. But we are back. Cantankerous with a 2-1 lead. Have an early shooting chance, but it's saved. We're so close to finding out the winners of I-63 at Rocket League.
Crow now up, finding and linking up with his best friend. That is the backboard. Distan pinching wide with Duck. Seb just trying to put on that extra pressure.
Crow in the corner. It's going to come to Distan. He finds Crow again, the 1-2 play. There's Sebadam in the centre. Sebadam takes the first touch, takes the second, finds Distan. And Kieran was equal to it. What a passing play that would have been, but what a read from Kieran to stop it happening. And then he takes Duck takes a shot at the end of it. Falls to Cheeky Lad in the end. No shooting opportunity was there. Goodness me, so close to two incredible goals, one from each team. Let's go in this game because both these teams are so up for this.
Kieran trying to go for another dribble out of his own half. Doesn't quite work, however. Distan being a bully in the net, ensuring that if there is a shot to come in, it's going to be so much harder to save. Kieran, lovely recovery there, turning around, getting on the wall with his wheels so that he doesn't have to awkwardly bump off and land. Sebadam towards the net again. Kieran off that backboard.
Met perfectly.
Yeah, really, really nicely met. Cheeky Lad has got to shake off what happened last game.
I think he has been really so far. I haven't seen too many nerves from him. He's managed to survive the first minute and a half without conceding, and I think that's the most important thing, just to play yourself back into the game. Now Kieran, the duck behind him, Sebadam against him. Who's going to go for the ball? It's going to be Duck over and over again. Cheeky Lad there, up in the air. And then getting the block on Crow. Who's looking most likely to score this first goal, Stumpy? Because this is incredibly even to me.
It really is up in the air at this point. If we see double commits like that between Duck and Kieran, then Cantankerous will probably take it. Otherwise, I'm expecting to see the next goal to be a lovely passing play.
Here comes Duck. Slightly poor first touch, and Distan should be able to take this one away. Cheeky Lad does his best to get the block and manages it, and Duck should have rotated back there. Went for a half rotation, maybe didn't realise that Crow was behind him, looming. And he had a much better position.
Going for one, going for the shot there as well. Kieran destroying Sebadam, unfortunately just bounces off the post for them. Distan facing Duck in the midfield. Cheeky Lad being called off by Duck as well, tries to get central, Crow and Seb up. When that happens, that is the time to attack. Just hit it out of the net, make them panic, befuddle their defense.
Oh, I thought that was going in from the angle we were at for Sebadam. A little too much on the ball, maybe just a tingling of nerves for him. We say he's used to the LAN environment, but this is different. This is the finals. This is after a bracket reset. This is for £2,000. So you can understand that nerves are starting to show, and there's a poor finish again from Crow. Cantankerous were nailing these finishes earlier. A double commit does come in from DEFY. Can't clear their lines, but Duck is able to catch the ball, clear it well eventually. Crow, what are you able to do? Pushes it forward, Cheeky Lad underneath it. So's Kieran. Kieran misses it, Cheeky Lad gets to the ball. And we're on to Distan, who's going to go for the backboard, but it seems that DEFY Gaming have learned their lesson, defending their backboard well so far. Not looking like they're going to give up a goal anytime soon. Cantankerous are going to have to pull out something special here if they want to score.
1.5 minutes remaining in one of the most even games we've seen, and one of the lowest scoring as well. Duck sending it central, but can't find any of his teammates. Distan with a backflip, opening the goal up a little bit to Kieran. Distan and Seb both up for this touch. Sebadam, lovely recovery, however. Getting the touch wide. Crow sending long. 1 minute remains. This is incredibly even.
60 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, it's these big long hits that both teams are going for. Which defense is going to be the first to break? I want to see an infield pass soon, Stumpy, because it's all backboard plays. There was a perfect play. Sebadam up onto the pass from Crow. It wasn't infield, but it was a long targeted hit. That was the difference there. Sebadam so quickly up, equal to it, gives Cantankerous the lead.
If they win this game, they are within one game of winning the championship title. So many nerves now are going to be coming out from DEFY Gaming. What is the answer to their problem? It is not that. Cantankerous 2-0 up now. 44 seconds remain. This is slowly slipping away from them. Cantankerous, they have got all of the pressure.
Yeah, DEFY Gaming's rotation have just slowed down a little bit. You see them not back in defence where their teammates are expecting them to be. Just little mistakes like that. I think both DEFY Gaming players thought that Cheeky Lad had that one, and he just didn't. And then he's missed the ball there. Seems to step back and compose themselves for a second DEFY Gaming, because there's a lot of cars going up at the ball and missing them. There is an infield pass. Kieran in the goal line is there to save it, and Duck saves the second one. Distan rolls in. Cheeky and Kieran take each other out.
Something now needs to happen for DEFY Gaming. What will it be? What is the next action? 10 seconds will remain before Cantankerous are within one game. Sends across, tries to find Kieran, just sitting there, will not. Cantankerous are going to be taking their penultimate game in this series. That could be so monumental. Crotini saying one more, boys, just one more. They know that this would be such an incredible victory for them, going from the lower bracket and getting the bracket reset. Is it possible? Will Cantankerous be the team to take it?
DEFY Gaming now need to win 3 games in a row.
Oh boy.
Such a long, long journey for them. Let's have a look at the story of that last game and just see how it went. It was Crow who found Sebadam with 50 seconds left. Until that moment, it looked like we could have been playing Rocket League all day and never seen a goal. But that little bit of quality, that perfect pass from Crow, Sebadam up so quickly, and then there was a mistake in defense for the second when I just think DEFY Gaming had just lost a little bit of heart when Sebadam sucked that first shot.
Yeah, he's been really, really good with those nice redirects. They've not always gone on target, they've always been scary.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
He's been doing that for such a long time now. It's that he knows what he's capable of. He knows that he is able to get... they're called cherry pickers, basically,
Yes.
because there's a training pack in Rocket League called cherry pickers where it gets sent and you basically have to try and come onto it, match it, and then...
I'd love you to explain
smack
that
it
about your
down.
hands.
I can't, I literally can't. I'm not allowed. I'm contractually obliged to use my hands
Oh,
to
that's fair
explain
play.
everything.
Literally everything. 3-1, Cantankerous,
Yes.
and they are looking at the better team at the moment. That game, it was even, but as soon as they had
Yeah.
that moment, as soon as they had that moment of quality, they just ran away with it.
Yeah, they really did. This could be the final game should Cantankerous take it. Kieran, after 3 seconds, had to get a touch. He had to get there, he had to do something. Unfortunately, it was negative for him, but Crow, look at that vision, seeing such an even kickoff in the middle, going for the cheat, moving up, hitting it out of the net. That's one hell of a start.
Yeah, that's exactly what Cantankerous wanted for DEFY. Pretty much the opposite, but to be fair, as you said, he did have to get a touch. This is getting more and more difficult for DEFY Gaming. Cantankerous with what is now beyond a dream start. 9 seconds in, they're 2 goals up. I urge the crowd, can we cheer DEFY Gaming on? Can we cheer Cantankerous on? Let's make this final game as loud as it can be. Let's have a game of Rocket League here.
There it is!
DEFY Gaming get a goal back.
That is the one that will bring DEFY Gaming back into this game. We've had 12 seconds gone. That is 3 goals every 4 seconds. Let's go if you're a DEFY Gaming fan. Let's go if you're a Cantankerous fan. Let's get noisy. Come on, guys. Show these teams you are here.
Duck up against Distan in the corner. Distan has nicked Duck's boost. Duck, in the end, finds Crow. Now it's Distan pushing it forward. Duck in the corner himself. Distan trying to expect that Sebadam would be there for him, but Sebadam just showing a lot of composure, just that experience to sit back and say, look, let's not be pulled into a game where it's 8-5.
Yeah.
Cantankerous don't want an 8-5 silly game. They want to keep this very serious, keep the scores low, because they'll back themselves to win that sort of tight game.
Cheered up, trying to drop it down like Sebadam has been doing all day, dropping it like it is hot. So now onto an open goal, but very, very tough shot to be able to get off there. That was not an easy one to score. Taking it off the ceiling, getting the second touch.
Yeah, so close though to the bouncer going home. But Kieran pushing into the middle. Distan takes a poor touch into the centre. Is cheeky there. He was, but Distan followed him up. And Distan can now follow this ball onto the goal himself. The demo comes in from Cheeky Lad. It looked like they'd given up after 10 seconds, but they have their hearts back due to DEFY Gaming. But you need more than heart to beat Cantankerous. You need skill and quality, and Cantankerous is showing that in abundance as Crow comes on now. Just with 0 boost, but dribbling the ball towards his own goal, just making sure he stays between his own goal and the ball, so no harm can come. DEFY Gaming get the ball into the backboard. Duck goes high. Duck misses just about, but they are back in this game, Stumpy Goblin.
Kieran sending towards the corner where we're going to find Crow and Distan. Going central, dug up just a little bit too late. The defenders much more privy to those shots.
By the keeper.
Across, nice and wide. Cheeky Lad going, I think, aiming for the centre. Crow destroying any hope that Kieran had of getting a goal there. Shutting down the offense nice and early.
Whatever happens from here, we have to say well done to DEFY Gaming for coming back, at least getting 1 goal back, but they have overcommitted, trying to do too much to get themselves into this game. It was Cheeky Lad who went against Crow. Crow's touch surprised him, and then Crow had the finish, of course he did, to make it 3-1 Cantankerous and put them 3 minutes away from winning insomnia63.
Is this game running away from DEFY Gaming, or are they going to be able to bring it back? Kieran faking out Seb, who still does well to force a 50. Distan up early, does miss. Seb flicking it nice and high. Duck with finally not a banned touch. That is what I like to see when you go up nice and high. Cheeky lad, nice touch onto his roof, but Distan giving him zero time at all to think.
Crow's underneath this one. Can he dribble it all the way? He can't quite. Cheeky lad is there. There were two keepers in the goal for DEFY Gaming, which I don't like. We've still got two. Come on, lads, you need to push out. You can't all camp in your own goal. It will not work. Duck getting their team away. A doink opportunity for Kieran, maybe. Ups a flip, which means the ball stays flatter and the ball goes a bit more sideways instead of going flat. His team still have time to come back. Stumpy, are they capable of doing this? Can DEFY Gaming 100% put in an almighty effort and get the 2 goals back that they require?
100%. This is a team that can come back from very, very little. Both of them are. DEFY have got the opportunity to get back into this game and keep the title matches running. Cheeky lad going for a job. Gets over one, low on boost now. Picks up the 12, aiming for the 100, but this time will poke it underneath his nose. Trying to be a Kieran. Can't quite make it, unfortunately. Distan now going for the air dribble, gets it over the top. 1.5 minutes left. We need 2 more goals for DEFY Gaming, but Cantankerous are looking well on track to taking their 2nd win in a row. Sebadam securing the 4th goal of Cantankerous's 5th game.
Sebadam has been my personal man of the series. You've had Kieran on the blue side, but for the orange, it's been Sebadam. He has been quality. Every type of passing play. He's had composure, putting the ball on the backboard. He's had flip resets that have almost gone in. He's tried so much stuff, and whenever the ball has fallen to him, he has just had that little bit of quality to make sure he bullets it into the corner. No floppy finishes from Sebadam. And his team now are just 1 minute and 10 seconds away from winning £2,000. Now, what can DEFY Gaming do about that?
Sent towards the opposite side by Cheeky lad. Needed something to happen. 1 goal every 20 seconds is going to have to be their modus operandi. Whether it can happen, we do not know. Backboard once again. That has been their absolute kryptonite today. Something to work on in the future, regardless of the result. Kieran going for the centre. Try and dunk on Distan. Can't quite make it. Duck central. Cheeky lad turning. No. You need to just go for them. Distant, trying to go for something fancy. Just spinning because why not? 30 seconds left. This is looking like a Cantankerous victory. Still, though, DEFY can do something to thwart them, even towards the end.
They can't even touch the ball at the moment, though, Stumpy. Cantankerous with full boost starvation. They are just showing that they're a quality above. That could be the winner, and that is the moment that Cantankerous guarantee themselves I-63. I know that the crowd are rooting for DEFY, but give these lads such a round of applause. Cantankerous are going to be the winners here of the entire tournament.
They have worked their way through the upper bracket, got to the winners' finals just today, got knocked down by DEFY Gaming, had to bracket reset them, have done exactly that. The big countdown coming down from the crowd. Cantankerous will be your winners of insomnia63 in the Rocket League UK Masters Finals. What a run they've had. What an incredible event this has been. The hype coming out. These guys are friends. I love this community in this game.
Distan holds on to his Insomnia crown. He won it last year with Cantankerous with different teammates. He's won it this year with Protini and Sebadam. They were quality from beginning to end. But DEFY Gaming, Kieran, Cheeky and Duck, what a performance. These are players that are not used to this environment, not used to this experience, and they have just shown that they're capable of battling it out with players who are close to the very best.
That has been such a good 2 days of Rocket League. Started on a Friday, had a lot of teams knocked out. Today, even more knocked out. Forever in our hearts, of course. They aren't dead in the competition.
Yes.
Our voices are starting to die.
Nah, we're fine. Let's sing, mate.
I've gone through 3 bottles of water today. I'm going to move that out of the way. That is some just incredible Rocket League. I have adored this event. Insomnia, I love you so much.
Yep, Insomnia UK Masters, thank you so much for bringing Rocket League back to the stage. Crowd, are we happy that Rocket League's back?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. Let's go to Trid on the stage and see what he's got to say.
Not as much as the crowd here, apparently. We're getting pauses. Guys, you're too kind. It's not about me. It's not about me. We need to have a quick word with our runners-up, because they put on a show for you guys, and we know you're rooting for them the entire time. Let's have a quick word with DEFY Gaming, the runners-up of insomnia63. Make some noise for them. You were doing it throughout the series. Do it again for them. Hi there, bud. So I know it's not the best of moments for you on stage, but you can't deny that you played a fantastic game there. Obviously, you've already taken out, I've forgotten the name, Cantankerous during the series as well. What was different about this time, do you think?
Just the setup was, it was something new, and we just couldn't get used to it. They played much better than us. They've got the experience. The experience was amazing, though. Thank you to everyone. We did what we could.
Yeah, you certainly made yourself a lot of fans in the crowd back there, so congratulations to yourself. Well done. One more time for DEFY Gaming! Now it's time to have a word with Cantankerous. Lads, if you can join me on stage up in the front here, come on. Gonna have a quick word with your insomnia63 champions, Cantankerous! Guys, how does it feel to technically win Insomnia back-to-back?
Yeah, I wasn't here last year, so the back-to-back is on. Thanks, guys. Yeah, excellent.
I've won it back-to-back now, and it feels good. It really does feel good. And this crowd is the best one that I've seen, in Insomnia, so.
I mean, the casters were talking about pandering, but that's exactly what you're doing right now. I mean, you played against these guys. This is the third meeting you've had in this tournament alone. So you beat them in the first round of the Swiss. What were the emotions like when they knocked you out of the upper bracket?
It's disappointing. Disappointing. We got a little bit complacent there, but we pulled ourselves together for this one. So not too bad, not too bad. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your amazing performance on stage. 2 best-of-7 series in a row. Let's get their check. Where is the check? Where are you at, Chris? Give them their money! Take it! Your Insomnia63 champions, Cantankerous! Well, that's all the action we have for tonight on the player stage here at Insomnia. That was one of our UK Masters finals. We've got plenty more to come. We've got CSGO and League of Legends tomorrow. Thank you very much to our sponsors, Belong Arena, and of course, Omen by HP. We will see you tomorrow for CSGO and League of Legends. Enjoy the rest of your nights.